I'm Ben Fletcher. Good afternoon. Liverpool fans hoping to welcome Trent back to Anfield in November might be left disappointed. Real Madrid have confirmed he injured his hamstring early on in the win over Marseille. There are fears he could be out for up to 8 weeks. We're told Jose Mourinho could be unveiled as Benfica's new head coach as early as tomorrow. His first Champions League game back at Benfica would be at Stamford Bridge, live on talkSPORT 2 a week on Tuesday. Chris Wilde has exclusively told talkSPORT the one factor that clinched his return to Bramall Lane.
It's close to my house, Jim. It's comfortable for me to drive it. I think that the people around me might get after me if I don't do well, so I've always got that pressure on my toes, Jim.
The Blades are home to Charlton this Saturday afternoon, live on talkSPORT 2. talkSPORT's Danny Murphy says Arteta relabelling subs as finishers helped keep the squad together, and most players are OK with it. Former gunner Jermaine Pennant told talkSPORT it's not for everyone, but the potential rewards are there.
That was one of my downfalls. I couldn't really handle being on the bench. But I guess when you get that chance, you do come on, it's your, wherever it's how many minutes you get, the sole focus is, right, let me make a big impact so I'm on the manager's mind for the next game.
Another of Pennant's former clubs, Liverpool, were in Champions League action this evening, so too Chelsea. You can hear live commentary on both games across the talkSPORT network.
talkSPORT News.
Donald Trump's state visit is now officially underway, and the suspect in Madeleine McCann's disappearance has been released from a German prison. More from Amelia at past.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit, your go-to destination for quality tyres from great brands like Continental. Visit your local centre or quickfit.com and book today.
Was that hair gel? A breezy afternoon for most of us, with rain lingering in southern and western areas, drier and brighter elsewhere.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Drive, Champions League Driver Special with me, Andy Goldstein, and Darren here, by the way, Darren Bent. I just said that, Darren Bent.
Yeah, you're right.
Are you not ready? What's the surprise?
I'm good, man. You?
Are you not ready?
You been alright? Nice to see you.
Yeah, what's the matter? Wait, what's the matter? What's the matter?
Joe, you know we're on, yeah?
Joe, what's the matter? Joe, come and say hello to everyone. Joe, if you watch it on YouTube, you can see producer Joe. Look at his arms, he's been in the gym today. How's the gym? You didn't chest day, was it, again? Every day's chest day. But Jingo, we've got a show for you this afternoon. We'll build up to another huge night of Champions League action on the talkSPORT network as we bring you Liverpool against Atletico Madrid. What a night of football. And on top of that, Bayern Munich against Chelsea tonight. We'll also discuss Liverpool's start to the season. Do they have enough depth in their squad? Bayern's on-loan striker Nicholas Jackson takes on his parent club Chelsea tonight. Should that be allowed in the Premier League? And we'll also be joined by the chairman of Matchroom Sports, Eddie Hearn. On top of, I told you it was busy. On top of that, we'll tell you why Forest Green Rovers made four subs in the opening 60 seconds of their game last night. All that plus Kevin Atcho joins us for Drive Worldwide, and we'll look ahead to this evening in the League Cup as well. Madness. All this and more coming up in today's Drive Time show with me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. You can get involved if you want by picking up the phone 03717 223344. That's today's secret number.
Welcome to Drive. I'm Andy Goldstein.
How are you?
I'm good. How you doing? You alright?
Lovely to see you. We've got Eddie Hearn on the show later on. I started watching The Greatest Showman.
Good, isn't it? I watched episode 1 on the train.
Episode 3 is the one you want to watch. A lot of people are saying it's the best episode.
Let me guess. You're in it.
Oh my! I didn't even notice.
No,
am I in it?
Yeah, I didn't think
I am in it. Yeah. I'm really enjoying it, actually. I'm really enjoying it. I've only seen episode 1.5.
I bet you messaged the Hearn family, said, what episode am I in?
No.
And then went straight to that. So even if it was...
No, you got half of that, right?
Yeah.
So Emily, who works at Matchroom, she messaged me saying, I think you're in episode 3. So when it came out this morning, I thought I'd just have a quick sneak.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Went all right, no, don't care. Oh, hold on, go back.
Honestly, you are embarrassing.
No, I'm in it. When we went over to America, me and Bazza.
You and Bazza.
But it is good. It's nice. It's nice to see him. Eddie Hearn will be joining us later on the show.
It's a good watch. I've enjoyed it so far. I've only watched 1 episode.
Oh, have you? Oh, it's a great story. Let me write it down.
Don't try that with Chestnut, mate. That was you.
Yeah, go on.
Any more riveting stories for us?
Yeah, if you want, I've got more stories for you. Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah. Go on. You watch 1.5 episodes?
No, just
Were
one.
you watching it on the train?
Yeah.
You downloaded it or you got your dongle out?
Downloaded it.
All right.
The new dongle's not working properly.
You played
Malfunctioning.
paddle last night?
Yeah.
Late.
Yeah. No, but it's part of the obviously.
What time did you finish?
No, but
what time did you get? There's a reason I'm asking. What time did you step off the paddle court?
Oh, late.
What, 8, 9?
Later than that, probably 10.
Okay. Were people going on to the paddle court?
Yes.
What time's paddle courts open till?
I think someone open till midnight.
That's too late, mate.
It's not. Do you know what? Some people are so addicted to it.
Yeah.
If that's the only time they can get, they're prepared to do that.
It's too much.
It's not, man. I love it.
So I know you do. You're losing a bit of weight, actually, on it. You're losing a little bit too much.
Well, no, I'm not.
Like, all your muscles gone now. You
No, I'm not.
You look like you've been on that. What's your favourite film? Castaway.
Yeah. I've told you, you look good in that.
You didn't look terrible.
Mate, you look better than you did when you got there.
Really?
Yeah, I'll tell you that.
There's a lot of things wrong with the end of that film. We've talked about that, haven't we?
No, there's the one thing that we don't like, the missus. We don't like that part.
She's all of a sudden got a couple of
2
kids.
years, couple of kids, married.
That's
I'm telling you now, fishy's going on there.
Something's not right.
No, you can't have a couple of kids. Because it's gone 3 years. 'Cause
Right.
I've watched that film so many times.
Right.
3 years.
And then he knocks on the door. Sorry if you haven't seen it, but he's found, basically.
Yeah.
And knocks on the door, and his wife, she was distraught.
Yeah.
Where's he gone? He must be dead.
He proposed to her before he left.
Right.
Gave her the ring as he's getting on the plane.
Right. And then he comes back 3 years later.
2 kids,
Knocks on
married.
the door, she opens it. 2 kids are married.
In 3 years.
She didn't waste her time, did she?
Man, I'm telling you. You think something's going on there? Yeah.
Oh, something's definitely. Yeah, something.
It's just funny. It's Mr. Big as well.
What do you mean?
From Sex and the City.
Oh, is that
Sex
who it is?
and the City. Yes, him. So you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like fishy.
she knew him 100%.
Before they got...
Yeah, before Hanks gets on that plane.
I 100% agree with you.
Yeah. They must have been
Fishy,
work colleagues or something. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if she was pregnant whilst he was on that plane. And she's probably, right, there's a little twist to Castaway. She's probably, when he's gone down and that's the end of Hanks, although it's not, she's probably gone, oh, that's a relief. Now I can bring up my new child with Mr. Big.
Honestly.
The real father.
Who was it? Oh, Helen Hunt. Good actress.
Yeah.
Loved her in Twister.
Oh, yeah, the what's his name? The new one come out of that.
Appalling.
But I saw it in 4... We were on air still, yeah? I saw it in 4DX.
Yeah.
You know, when the seats throw you about?
Yeah.
Unbelievable movie.
What? Yeah, but it's about
I know,
tornadoes.
I know,
So
but-
how do they replicate that?
Well, you up and down and then there's wind. No,
There's no cinema up and down.
I'm telling you, have you been in a 4DX cinema?
No.
Are you joking?
What, up and down?
Mate, the seats go up and down. Joe's saying yes. Seats go up and down, left and right, like you're in a Hollywood ride. Not nuts, but right.
Yeah.
Wind and rain.
Oh, I like that. Where'd you go to that?
Enfield, they had one.
Okay. Wow.
Mate, you've never done 4DX?
No.
Oh, it's unbelievable. So I know, Joe, I know. I saw Solo, you know the Han Solo movie?
Yeah.
It's called Solo, I think it was. Everyone I met afterwards talked about it, they went rubbish. I watched it in 4DX. Unbelievable movie.
Oh,
Makes a huge difference.
I have to watch it.
I wonder if they'll do football matches like that in 4DX. Like the balls. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe, yeah.
That would work. You all right? What's the matter with your mouse?
Just trying to find a match.
Good luck with that. A busy show. So Eddie Hearn will be joining us later on, but ahead of course, they're currently at the Eubank Ben presser this afternoon. First one of many, I imagine. So we'll be talking to him about that. We are looking ahead to Chelsea there in action as well, but we're going to start with Liverpool. They get their bid for a 7th Champions League title. That starts tonight at home to Atletico Madrid. And of course, it's a game you can hear live on talkSPORT.
Another appeal for a handball. It's Origi. It's 2-0, and it is the European Cup for Liverpool.
We know Atleti have had great times at Anfield.
Liverpool's defence of their European crown ends.
Atleti are not the Atletico of previous incarnations.
It is a thumping win for Paris Saint-Germain. 4-0 up against the 10 men of Atletico Madrid.
Newcastle have reached agreement with Liverpool for the sale of Alexander Isak. It will be a British transfer record fee.
With those figures, you've got to be dominating. You've got to be winning trophies, whether it's the league, whether it's the Champions League. You've got to be coming with some sort of silver.
Space opens up, and Salah buries it.
They're showing champion form.
If you think about what Liverpool are trying to do, I don't think it's about winning the league this year. I think they're trying to do something bigger than that.
Isak, Ekitike and Salah. Honestly, it's going to be frightening. Watch Liverpool.
Should be, shouldn't it? Liverpool get their European campaign started at home to Atletico Madrid tonight. A game you can hear straight after us. Build-up begins at 7. That one kicks off at 8 on talkSPORT. And Arnie Slot's side of a 100% record in the league so far this season, despite not being anywhere near their best, I think it's fair to say. In last year's Champions League, they were knocked out in the last 16 by PSG. Obviously, they'll be looking to go much better than that. And they are, without doubt, one of the favourites for the competition. How much better are Liverpool going to need to be tonight against an Atletico Madrid team that we know they don't traditionally leak in goals. Tough game tonight?
Yeah, it's going to be a really tough game because you know what they're like, certainly under what happened ever since he got there. The manager, Diego Simeone. And they're going to have to be better. But again, I've had so many conversations with Liverpool fans, and again, I'm worried because we've not got going yet. We don't look great. But I'm like, if I was a Liverpool fan, I'd be over the moon because you haven't got going yet. You sit there maximum points. At some point, Liverpool are too good a side for it not to click. At some point, it's going to click into gear. And when it does, you've got Salah, Isak, we've not seen it. Ekitike started really well. Wirtz will come good. Gakpo off that left-hand side. Szoboszlai, I'm a big fan of. They've got such good players. Frimpong, Kirkes, maybe Kirkes has got off to a bit of a shaky start. I still think they're strong as ever. So at some point, it's going to click. But tonight's going to be a hard game, by the way.
Why do you think we haven't seen the best of Liverpool yet? Because it's going to take time to bed in new players or not? I mean,
a little bit. Traditionally, for as long as I can remember, like Wirtz is more of a 10. Liverpool haven't played with a 10 for such a long time, like a proper out-and-out number 10. They've got players that can do it, but in terms of an actual 10, to the balance in the midfield, because I look at Liverpool's midfield when it was at its best, and don't get me wrong, last season, Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai was brilliant. But I go back to the Henderson, Fabinho, Wijnaldum.
Yeah, he was great.
Brilliant for Liverpool. That three there, solid, all knew their roles. So it's just going to take a bit longer. And it's probably going to take even longer once Isak gets into the team. I'm telling you now, these good players figure it out really quickly.
I want to talk to you more about Liverpool's depth, or maybe lack of depth in their squad in a moment. But first, have a listen to this. This is former Liverpool midfielder Danny Murphy. He was alongside White and Jordan earlier because Arsenal relied on 2 goals from substitutes to beat Bilbao in their opening game last night, with Arteta referring to Martinelli and Trossard afterwards as finishers rather than subs. And Danny believes that will help keep the squad on his side.
Yeah, because we're in this together, and which is fine if Martinelli and Trossard start at the weekend, and then get at Liverpool we had a situation where the big games come and we still had basically the same team, so the lads would be disappointed. He's got that at Arsenal. Arsenal will have a consistent 11 in the big games, more or less, if everyone's fit, I would imagine. So the players will still be deflated, but that type of narrative he's talking about goes out to keep everybody sweet.
I think depth is so important, not just for all teams, but we talked about this briefly with Spurs yesterday. Have they got the depth in their squad to go deep in a competition? They probably haven't, right? You look at Arsenal. I don't know if Liverpool, that's one of the questions we're going to ask, but Arsenal, you look at David Ray, you've got Kepa, Timber, you've got Ben White, Gabriel, you've got this new player I'm not too sure about.
Mosquera.
You got Mosquera, Cohen, I think Saliba, but you've got Calafiori and Lewis Skelly, you've got Norgard and Zubamendi, you've got Rice and Moreno, Odegaard and Nwaneri, Eberici Eze, Martinelli, Bukayo Saka, Noni Madueke, Kai Havertz and Victor Gyökeres. They've got a really, really, really good replacement for any of the top players if they get injured. In fact, I was listening to the Breakfast Show this morning, an Arsenal fan phoned up and he said, any other night where Arsenal were going into a game in the Champions League and you'd miss off Saka,
Saliba,
your captain Odegaard, and Kai Havertz would be missing, and he would be going into this game with real worries.
Yeah.
But the replacements you've got at the moment mean that Arsenal fans need not worry at all. Can the same be said for Liverpool? Do they have enough depth in their squad? Because I think they've got 4 key players: Salah, Virgil van Dijk, Gravenberch, and Wirtz. And if those players get injured,
well, Van Dijk is the biggest one out of all of them. I think because I like when you look at their depth. Mamardashvili, I've seen him. He's a good goalkeeper. He's 24 years old. He's going to get better.
Yeah, that's why I didn't put Alisson down there.
So I think that he's more than okay.
Yeah.
I think if they lose Virgil, that's a big concern because you can't replace him. And if it's Kanate, and of course we know they've got Giovanni Leone, who's supposed to be one of the talented youngsters in the world. I still think they're a bit light at centre half. Kanate, the middle of the park as well. I think there's enough there. Gravenberch, Curtis Jones, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Wirtz, Endo if they need it.
Who replaces Wirtz? Who have they got as a 10?
Well, Szoboszlai can play that role, but he's feeling it right back at the minute. So,
and also on the right, I picked Salah because Chiesa can play there, obviously.
Yeah,
but his injury record's not great.
No.
Do you look at that Liverpool squad and think that maybe Arsenal have got a much better all-round squad?
I think Arsenal have got more depth. I think most Liverpool fans would probably agree with that.
Yeah.
Well, listen, their 1-11 is as strong as it comes. Liverpool's. Yeah. But you're right. And by the way, he deserves a lot of credit, Salah, because he never seems to be injured him. So he has remained fit. If they lost Salah and Virgil, 2 of their best players, you go, oh my goodness, they're probably going to be in a bit of bother, not as strong. Whereas Arsenal, as you said there, I mean, on that right-hand side for Arsenal, I've got 4 players in that could play there. I've got Saka, Madueke, Wanyeri was playing there, and Max Dowman. So that's 4 in one position. So I think the depth.
I mean, you've got young kids coming through as well. It's so exciting. Isn't it?
That 4, I think for the depth, I think Arsenal's depth is stronger than Liverpool's, but still, Liverpool's, if everyone can remain fit, then they're still the team to beat by some distance.
We'll talk Arsenal's result later on and the performance as well. We're going to start off with Liverpool. They're in action tonight. It's a game you can hear live on talkSPORT. Liverpool fans, I want you to phone up and tell me about the depth of your squad. I'm guessing you're going to have injuries to key players over the season. Most sides do. How much of a worry is it for you, if at all? Liverpool Chat is how we start today's show. You can be a part of today's show by picking up the phone and dialing in on 03717 223344. I nearly forgot that. 03717 223344. Dial that. You can be next live on Champions League Drive on talkSPORT.
This is the talkSPORT Goal Show. It's the show for the fans that's done by the fans.
Yes! Oh my God! Yes! Yes! Yes!
He is an unlocker of defences.
If you've got a problem or something to say,
you don't have the right to say anything about something. I do.
This nonsense kills the game.
Welcome back. You're listening to Champions League Drive on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent is still here. Still to come on our show, we'll be looking back at a good night in Europe for the North London side. Just quickly, Benfica are close to appointing Jose Mourinho as their new manager, meaning this is nuts. He would come up against Chelsea at the Bridge in less than 2 weeks' time. It's a game you can hear live on talkSPORT, would you believe? talkSPORT 2, that one. That's nuts, and it's funny how football does that.
Great game.
2 minutes out of work and he's back in.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, he's crazy.
But the only thing I'd think about Jose and Benfica.
Yeah.
I'm sure I read an interview of him and I know things changed, but didn't he say that he didn't want to manage in the Portuguese league yet? Or he wanted to do the national team first or something? I know he did Porto, but I think I'm sure I read an interview saying the next job he wants to do is the Portuguese job, which I'm shocked he hasn't got yet.
Yeah, me too, yeah. Well, we shall wait and see. England, they're in T20 action this afternoon against Ireland. Guy Swindles is watching for talkSPORT. Hi, Guy.
Hi, chaps. Yeah, no, going very nicely for England at the moment. They're 150 for 3 in the 14th over. They need another 47 runs to win from 40 balls, which should be more than doable. The man holding the innings together, Phil Salt, brilliant, 80 off just 37 balls, 9 fours and 4 sixes. Earlier, Joss Buttler made an excellent 28 off just 10 balls, and Jacob Bethel, the youngest ever England captain, made 24. At the moment, Sam Curran is 7 not out alongside Salt, 150 for 3, chasing 197.
Good work as always. Thank you for that, Guy. Right, let's go to the phone lines. 03717 22 3344. We're asking if you think that Liverpool still have a good enough squad to win the Champions League and, of course, the Premier League. Let's speak to Wayne, he's a Liverpool fan. Hi, Wayne. How you doing?
Andy, Benty, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you today?
Good, mate.
Yeah, good. I've got a question for Benty just to kind of reply, and then I'll explain where I think Liverpool are in terms of the squad.
Yep.
So, Benty, in terms of Arsenal, where are your thoughts on their depth of goalkeeper cover and centre-half cover? Because I think goalkeeper-wise, I think Liverpool got better cover.
No, do you know what? I've got no arguments with that. With the Mamadashvili, I've got no arguments. I think he's a top goalkeeper. So yeah, in terms of a backup goalkeeper, yours is better than Arsenal's. I've got no doubts. But we've got 4 centre halves, good centre halves.
Yeah, I think the one, if we'd have had Gay, I think they'd be.
Oh.
I think we'd be on par.
If you got Gay, it's a different conversation. But obviously, we've seen Saliba's out and Mosquera's coming, and he looks equally as good.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how long the finishers tag is going to last.
Yeah,
with,
true.
With some of the Arsenal players. It'll be interesting.
Do you think you've got a squad deep enough to go deep in not just this competition but the Premier League as well?
I think it's going to be after Christmas, Andy. I think that's going to be the key. Is seeing how the kind of games, when the games rack up, how that squad rotation works, and that's a real test.
Is it AFCON this year?
Yeah.
If it is, that means Salah goes, doesn't he?
Yeah. That'll be a huge loss. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see then where Chiesa comes in, especially with the relationship that he seems to have with the manager at the minute. I don't think it's brilliant, but I think that game time there might actually improve that. So we'll see.
Okay, well, good call that was. Let's go to another one. Adam's also a Liverpool fan. Hi, Ad.
Hey, Matty, how you doing?
Oh, good, man. How are you today?
Very well. Just here in the car with my 11-year-old son, who's a big Liverpool supporter. We're on the way up to the Liverpool game on Saturday morning.
Never mind. There's still loads of he's young enough to change that team.
Oh, no.
Is he there?
No.
I was joking, Adam.
We never put them straight into the team. So.
Oh, Adam, sorry, Sorry. You broke up there. We didn't hear about the first 20 seconds of what you were saying.
I'm saying in the old days, Liverpool never put the players that they signed straight in team. So they would sit on the bench and they would warm the bench for a few games. You put Kerkez straight in, you put Frimpong straight in, you put Wirtz straight in, and it's going to take time to settle. And they're definitely short of cover for those. I mean, Ray Houghton never started, Ronnie Whelan never started. All of those players took weeks and weeks to get a spot.
How do you know Ray Houghton never started?
Because I know my Liverpool knowledge, and when he signed, he took months to start. That's what they do. That's what they used to do. They used to buy one or two players every year.
But football has changed. Football has changed dramatically since. Where was he signed from? Oxford, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, football has changed dramatically since those days. I just think it's nuts. I just think it's nuts that you sign a player and he doesn't
start. It's weird.
Really? But I mean, You wouldn't be starting Andy Robertson instead of Kerkez tonight?
What, are you asking me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm guessing that on the weeks that Andy Robertson doesn't start, I'm guessing it's because the manager has gone off him a bit. Let me put it like this. If Isak was fit, he'd be playing, right?
Yeah, but it's a big, big change, Andy, to come from Bournemouth and play for Liverpool, to come from Newcastle and play for Liverpool. The expectations are massively different, and you can't expect them just to walk into the team, and that's part of the problem these days in teams.
Are you telling me that if Isak was fit, he wouldn't be playing?
I don't think he should be starting if he was fit. How can he be fit? He's not even played a game for Newcastle.
No. I'm saying if he was fit, so let's take it now for this conversation, he's fit, would you start him?
I wouldn't start him immediately. I would let him sit on the bench for a couple of games and see how it's done and get used to the atmosphere and basically find his feet.
What do you mean used to the atmosphere?
Ekitike kind of went straight in.
Yeah.
Ekitike went straight in because we didn't have any other options. I mean, that's part of the problem. We had to get rid of all those players. And the other thing which you guys haven't mentioned is that the policy of Liverpool these days is to buy the players at 22, 23, play them for 3 or 4 years, and sell them for 65 million like they did with Diaz. So they're short because they've adopted a whole new policy. They're getting rid of their players in their late 20s, which they never used to do either.
What about Van Dijk?
Well, Van Dijk's going to stay forever until he's in a wheelchair.
What about Salah?
Fair point.
About Alisson.
But Andy, that's
two
superstars, Andy. Andy, that's two superstars who...
Yeah, but that's not a policy then, is it? That's not a policy then.
Sorry?
It's not. If you've got an exception to a rule, it's not a policy.
Yeah, but look, they should have arguably sold Salah for 125 million 2 years ago.
Yeah, but they didn't. That's my point.
What about Alisson? How old's Alisson?
Alisson's 31, I think. 32. Yeah, but keepers are different. I hear Andy say that every day.
Yeah, fine. Okay, keepers are different.
Great call, though, Adam.
Yeah,
really good call. So I loved it.
There was holes in that argument, wasn't there? Still to come, we'll be asking if loan players should be allowed to play against their parent club. Great competition. First, it's time for No Googling Part 1. I should say that a new thing we're introducing is the 6:30 No Googling. Every day is mine. I write it.
Okay, that's a lie. I'm not having that.
What?
You ain't doing that.
I swear on my life.
You're writing it. No, you're telling them and they're writing it.
No. I said this morning when you were doing what you were doing, not this morning, this afternoon, I sat with Billy and I went for about 5 or 6 questions for the rest of the week.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
A lot of them at FA Cup because you know I love FA Cup. Yeah.
That's what you got. That's what you got for me. FA
No.
Cup.
I'm just saying. I think today's is FA Cup, the one Billy's chosen. Okay, cool. But they are.
But I'm guessing, is the FA Cup started yet? So I'm guessing that it's a theme to the show.
Yes, connected.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
Well, it's football. There's the connection. Right, as this week marks the return of the Champions League, only 3 players have won more than 100 games in the competition. Ronaldo has won the most with 115. Who are the other 2 players that have won more than 100 games in the comp? Bent is writing them down. He's wrong. He wrote Modric down.
How's he not? He's been there for... It was at Real Madrid for...
Wrong answer.
Oh, I got one.
The answer to... Oh, Alden's writing another one down. You got one. And the answer to that and the other one as well, and loads more coming up live and drive on talkSPORT after this.
with Liverpool in November. We understand Jose Mourinho will take over at Benfica after the dismissal of Bruno Lage. The Portuguese journalist Sergio Crithinas has told talkSPORT there's a feeling over there that he's past his best.
I think particularly Roma, Fenerbahce, even Spurs, although he had the chance to play the final and couldn't do it, the cup final, League Cup final, or the cup final. Yeah. And so there is this feeling that is not the old Mourinho anymore.
Elsewhere, Chris Wilder is another man who's zipped up his boots and gone back to his roots. The returning Blades boss has exclusively told talkSPORT it was far from awkward when the owners came calling.
They're good guys. They want the club to do well. They've just gone down a path which they've said in their statement that maybe they weren't ready for, or they shouldn't have gone down. You know, for them to humility in terms of wanting to talk to me.
And Thomas Partey's pleaded not guilty to charges of rape and sexual assault. He's appeared in court in London just 12 hours after playing for Villarreal at Spurs. Partey's trial is set for November next year. There's more at talksport.com.
Welcome to Andy Goldstein's Champions League Drive with me, Andy Goldstein, DB, the Stinger Freak alongside me.
Do you know what, some of our listeners, I do love them. Someone's just put here, where does that Liverpool fan think he's that come from? Grimsby. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
not used to big crowds. What's that? And that's what I went. He has played St James's.
Yeah, that's what he says.
Very bizarre, that. Before the break, I asked a question. Who are the other two players, apart from Ronaldo, who's done it 115 times, that have won more than 100 games in the Champions League? Now, you guessed one.
One's Casillas.
Yeah.
And then he started playing that competition when he was 17 years old.
101. The other one, I'm going to give you a clue. I can only apologise. Hold on. Excuse me. I can only apologise for how horrific these clues are, but if you get it, it will be good. Right?
Would I be a genius?
Yeah. So his first name, you know when the ball bounces and the goalkeeper comes out and you do a little dink over it?
Yeah.
What have you done to him? You've
lobbed him.
Right. Not him. If there was more than one, it would be...
You've lobbed them.
No, if me and you together and he was over there, he'd lob...
Us.
Right, that's his first name.
Lobos.
Yeah. That's his first name. And his surname is a top you wear, like a jumper without sleeves. What's that called?
Tank top.
No.
Vest.
No. You pull it...
Pullover.
Right, that's his surname. What have you got?
Lobos.
Yeah.
Lobos.
Yeah.
Pullover.
Yeah.
Right, hold on,
It's terrible clue.
Once I've written it down, Lobos.
So sorry, it's such a bad clue.
Lobos Pullover. Pullover.
You've got to say his surname quicker.
Thomas Muller.
It is Thomas Muller. How'd you get that? No, we don't need the crickets.
No.
You got it?
Yeah, Thomas Muller.
That's unbelievable.
Oh, pullover, Muller.
Lobos pullover.
Yeah, Thomas Muller. Joe, that's unbelievable.
That is unbelievable.
Joe's like, no, it's not.
It is. By the way, Mad Men.
Still going about that?
Another episode last night. Nothing's happening slowly. Please tell me something big happens.
I've told you something big happens.
Yeah, but you say it with a smile on your face like it doesn't. I'm going to get to the end of it.
Listen, I enjoyed it.
I don't believe you did all 5 series.
All 5, quickly as well, by the way.
Oh, this is driving me mad. If people have seen Mad Men, can they just tell me that something good happens? Can you text in 1889? Still to come, be joined by Eddie Hearn live from the Chris Eubank Jr. v Conor Penn 2 press conference. But now the Champions League returned across the talkSPORT network last night, and it was a strong start, a good start for the English sides. Let's start with your team, Arsenal. They were 2-0 winners away at Bilbao in the early kick-off. That was live over on talkSPORT 2. Both goals, came in the last 20 minutes of the game with substitutes Gabriel Martinelli and Leandro Trossard coming off the bench to earn Arsenal 3 points. Their boss, Mikel Arteta, spoke to the media after the game and said squad depth will be vital in Europe this season.
They are at least equally important or more important, and we have discussed that the finishers are going to be more important this season sometimes than the starters, and we can change the game then, especially when with the intensity that we play, when teams start to drop off. And I'm very pleased to see that. And Piero comes in, he plays 6 minutes, the best 6 minutes he's played. Christian is the same, and that's the attitude that we need from all of us.
What a gaffer. What a gaffer.
Well, not yet. Not yet. It's not been confirmed yet he's a gaffer.
Not
yet. You've got to win something to be a gaffer. What?
He won the FA Cup.
Come on.
He won the FA Cup. Because they're going to say what you're going to say.
Since he has bought players, he's never won.
No, but he's won an FA Cup, right? With what?
Emery's team.
That makes it even more special. When you've not had time to work with the players and you still manage to find a way to win.
When you have had time to work with players, you don't win anything.
We'll see this season.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just the answer to my question. I'm bang on.
He's a legend.
He's not a legend.
No, he's not a legend yet.
Listen, Arsenal, and it pains me to say, but Arsenal, they're my favourites for the Premier League. They look good in Europe as well.
Oh, no, I still say Liverpool.
No, I don't.
Liverpool are top and haven't played well. That's annoying. That's really.
We've highlighted the problem. We could talk about it now because you've got depth. You've got 2 players that come off the bench and score goals.
I get that, but imagine none of the Liverpool players do get injured.
They will get injuries.
And we've not seen that yet.
You've said Salah doesn't get injured means he will pick up an injury now.
But no, I thought the performance last night, it wasn't Arsenal's best performance, but they found a way to win. Martinelli, I almost feel like he had a point to prove because, listen, Trossard, I think Arsenal should have sold him. They gave him a new contract, fair play. They didn't think they were going to get Eze at the time. They needed cover in that position. He got the contract and then Eze came up. But I still think...
Is that how it worked? They gave him the extension before?
Well, they gave him the extension before Eze came.
Not thinking Eze's going to sign.
Then Havertz got the injury and then that's when they went and got him.
Fine, okay.
But I don't mind this role that Trossard's going to play, which is coming off the bench. I don't want him starting too many games.
He's never been a starter.
No, last year he was playing way too many minutes. Way too many.
Yeah, but with injuries though. He's never a starter.
No, there was a period where he was starting games. And
over who? Martinelli?
Martinelli
really?
For a bit, yeah. But and I kept saying no. But for Martinelli, I almost feel like he had a point to prove last night because a lot of criticisms come his way. A lot of Arsenal fans on his case. I've always been a big believer in Martinelli. I really like him. And it's a really good finish. I mean, the goalkeeper, Simon, should do better. But the touch and the acceleration to get away was a good. And even Trossard's finish was a bit lucky. But this is what he means, the manager, when he talks about the bench, because the bench was strong. Like Trossard, Gabriel, Martinelli coming on. It was nice to see Hincapie, the new centre-half that we bought. Norgard came on the 90th minute. But even the people that didn't come on off the bench, Wanyeri, Dalman, Saliba, Lewis Skelly, these guys didn't come on.
That's unbelievable.
And then you add to what wasn't even in the squad, the likes of Odegaard, Havertz, Saka. I mean, the squad is strong as it can be. But again, you can't get carried away about them beating Bilbao.
You can't. But you know what? I was thinking about this morning actually. With the depth that you've got and the players that you've got, if everyone stays fit, give or take, because you've got cover. No excuses this time out.
No, it's not.
No excuses.
Everything is set.
Yeah, everything is ready to go.
Like the last thing people said this season, I mean, I didn't fully agree with it, but I can understand where people were coming from, is when they said they have to sign a centre-forward. They need a natural centre-forward. Now they've got that.
He's not convinced me yet.
He's still a natural centre-forward, though. He's still picking up positions.
He looks clumsy. He looks a little bit slow, dare I say.
Now, do you know what? I thought he started off really sharp yesterday. The way he was rolling defenders, the acceleration.
But there's one bit where he got... I didn't think his acceleration was great. When I was watching the game, he picked up the ball on the left and ran at the defender.
Yeah, but Vivian's one of the fastest defenders in European football. He's not. I've just made that up. But listen, I thought he started off really well. But now I'm happy with with where Arsenal are.
Of course you're going to be happy.
But big test this weekend. Yeah. Huge test.
Who've you got?
Man City.
Who've Chelsea got this weekend?
You lot.
Right. You got Man City?
You got Man City.
Oh my. Are they both on Sunday?
They are.
Tell me that's Super Sunday.
I don't know.
Oh, City Arsenal is Sunday and we're at 5:30 Saturday.
At the Emirates.
Are you going here? You got a free ticket?
I'm going.
You got a free ticket?
No. Sent my season tickets.
What?
Sent my season
tickets. You say you haven't got season tickets?
I have. Still got them.
You haven't?
I rent them out.
Have you?
Not for public domain, but you know.
Right, let's move on to Spurs. They got their campaign after a winning start with a 1-0 win at home to Villarreal. 4th minute own goal was enough for the win in what was Thomas Frank's Champions League debut as a manager. He spoke to the media after the game and said that winning such a close game early in the season was very encouraging.
Champions League is unbelievable tough. It was a very good team we faced today, and managed to get out of a very tight game as winners with that feeling that you fight and run and you do a lot of things as a group together, and then get out on top as a win. I think is exceptionally good, and that just builds that extra foundation, extra layers. And sometimes you can't hit the highest level and still get away with a win in an even game. I think it's fantastic.
How much does it matter, if at all, that it wasn't pretty but Spurs got the job done? Does that? I mean, as a Spurs fan, you don't really care, do you?
No, I think for Thomas Frank and for Spurs, it's about starting off well. I think you have to start off well, and I think they did that. Yes, maybe it was a little bit more uncomfortable than they would have liked, but I think you want to start the Champions League. You're back in the Champions League, first time in 3 years. You want to start off with a win, I believe, and yeah, you'd like the performance to be better. But you'd rather take... Me and you spoke about it opening day of the season when Man United played well, but Arsenal won. I was delighted. I think if you're Spurs, yes, I think you played okay, but you've got 3 points on the board.
Yeah. I'm not suggesting Spurs are going to win anything, but when we talk about Liverpool not playing well and getting over the line, we have said that's usually the sign of champions. I'm not suggesting Spurs are going to be champions, but what I'm suggesting is get the job done.
Well, they beat Villarreal. Next, they've got Bodo Glimt away, who they've already beaten.
Yeah.
So... You'd like to think for Spurs, that's 6 points. Monaco will be a test, of course, away from home. And then they go FC Copenhagen, at home.
They've got PSG in November, right?
They've got PSG,
that'd
right?
Be a big test.
That will, but my point is, they could be sitting here on 9 points.
Yeah.
Before that PSG even comes about.
They're going to lose. You sort of think everyone's going to lose a game. It's just win your home games.
I think so.
Yeah. Let's finish with a word on Real Madrid, who were 2-1 winners against Marseille in their opening game. Kylian Mbappe scored 2 pens, as that to come from behind to pick up all 3 points. That was despite Danny Carvajal being sent off with 20 minutes to go. Danny Carvajal came on for Trent, who's picked up an injury. He's out for, 6 to 8 weeks?
I think so, but hamstring.
Maybe it's a bit more than that. We wish him well with that. 2 goals from Mbappe, even though they were from the penalty spot. 6 goals in 5 games in all comps so far this season. Where is he amongst the best players in the world? Did you watch the highlights of it?
Yeah, I watched the extended highlights. He still looks super sharp. He had the overhead kick, didn't he, that went just wide.
Yeah, that was early on.
But, I'm a big fan of his. I mean, people give him so much stick, and I just think for someone, he is, in my opinion, top draw, right? And we talk about one of the best on the planet, and he has been for some time. He's only 26 years old still. Because we've seen him at the highest of highest levels.
He's won 1 World Cup.
Yeah, and scored a hat-trick in the other.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, was it hat-trick?
Yeah,
Does it count?
And the first one was 18. So because he's been at that level for such a long time, people just expect so much. But listen, I think if Real Madrid are going to get back to where they want to get back to, I think he will have a massive part to play in it.
Do you think if we weren't spoilt with Messi and Ronaldo, we'd maybe put him on a bigger pedestal?
Potentially, probably. I'd say so.
Because we are comparing him to 2 of the all-time greats.
I always think when we have conversations about, certainly the last 10, 15 years, and the greatest players, there have been some great players, right? But there have been 2 that are head and shoulders above everybody else.
Yeah.
And have been for such a long time. So it's probably a bit unfair to kind of compare him to those guys. But now, I think people are expecting him, after Ronaldo and Messi kind of, obviously one went to Saudi, one went to the MLS, I think a lot of people expected who was going to be the next. And then it was Rodri, wasn't it? No, it was Benzema, I think. Benzema was, the first.
Right. Yeah.
Rodri's won it as well. I thought he'd certainly be in the mix for that next one.
Has he not won it yet, Mbappe?
Not yet, no.
Has he not?
No.
That is surprising, isn't it? 26, that is surprising.
Yeah, Benzema was the one who, and then
I remember that. Yeah.
Rodri, but then I expected him to be certainly one of the next ones to win it.
All right, it's all over in England's T20 with Ireland. Guy Swindles can tell us more.
England have won, and they've won by 4 wickets with 14 balls to spare. Decent match, though. 2 good half-centuries in the Ireland innings. Harry Tector's 61, Lorcan Tucker's 55. Got them to 196 for 3 in their 20 overs. England didn't bowl that well. But with a start, 74 off the first 5 overs from Phil Salt and Jos Buttler, England were on their way. Salt, player of the match, 89 off 46. Brilliant from him. Backed up with good knocks from Buttler, from Bethel, the captain, the youngest ever for England, and Sam Curran, as England got home by 4 wickets with 14 balls to spare.
Thanks, Guy. Good work. Right, from 5 o'clock, we'll be taking your calls. Chelsea in action, of course, tonight. Nicholas Jackson could be playing, and if he does, he'll play against his parent club. It's a rule that's allowed in the Champions League. Should it be allowed in the Premier League? Your views on that, 03717 22 3344. We'll take your calls from 5, but if you dial in now, we'll take your number and call you straight back. On today's live Drive Time Champions League special.
This is the talkSPORT Goal Show. It's the show for the fans that's done by the fans.
Yes! Oh! Oh my God! Yes! Yes! Yes!
He is an unlocker of defences.
If you've got a problem or something to say,
You don't have the right to say anything about something. I do.
This nonsense kills the game.
be honest, the music's getting worse. It's drive on talkSPORT Champions League drive as well. And Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside Stuart Cam will be asking if loan players should be allowed to play against their parent club in the Prem.
Yes.
Just quickly, let me mop my brow now because I was slightly worried for a bit. I think I'm okay. Man United earned a record revenue of £666.5 million last year, despite their performances on the pitch. Now, the reason I'm mopping my brow, because we were very close to apparently going out of business.
Yeah, no cash.
Couple of weeks away from going out of business.
Cashless.
But I don't know how we've managed to get £666.5 million. I think we're back in business.
Yep.
I think we're okay. Excuse me. It's a close call, but we're okay. Jose Mourinho is close to being appointed as the Benfica manager as well. Right, time now for this.
Paddy Power on talkSPORT. With Paddy's Super Sub, your new bet rolls over to the new player coming on. T's and C's and exclusions apply. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
Yes, time now for today's bet builder with the friends of Paddy Power. Let's welcome Lewis Richards to the show. Lewis!
Afternoon, guys. How we doing?
We're good. We're very well. How are you?
Good. All good over this end?
Good. Thanks for coming on. Did you take my advice, by the way, and put cream on it so the rash went or not?
I took a suppository instead.
Okay. Too much information. Thanks for coming on. We're looking forward to tonight. I mean, the rash could have been on your arm, right? But you went that way.
I just rolled with it.
Fine.
You know, when I haven't got a script, you know me. Don't put me on the spot like this. Come on.
There are no scripts. We are looking forward to tonight's Champions League match at Anfield as Liverpool play Atletico Madrid. Lewis, can you remind everyone how the bet builder works and, of course, the charity that may benefit when we hit the jackpot?
Of course. So anyone new to a bet builder, just think of it as your classic ACCA. But rather than putting different teams to win in an ACCA, you're putting different outcomes in the same game. Hopefully, if we can land this, all proceeds will go to the Attitude Foundation.
Okay. Fingers crossed it's a 5-leg bet builder. These are our picks. I've gone first. I've gone for Mohamed Salah to score any time.
10 to 11, no surprise that he's odds on. Hardly got a sniff at the weekend, but he still managed to bag a goal thanks to an absolute moment of madness from Hannibal, I think it was.
Yeah.
Puts him on 2 for the season. But look, if this trend continues and Liverpool keep giving their fans heart palpitations by not winning games till the end, you know Salah's full of quality and he's going to last the full 90. So 10 to 11, fair shout.
Okay, next up is the second best looking person in the room.
I've gone for under 2.5 goals.
Yeah, I like this selection. I think it's value at 5 to 4. It's bigger than a Mo Salah goal. So I think it's value. Liverpool tightened up their defence after those first 2 games, and that's resulted in only 1 goal going in the last. Well, they haven't conceded any, have they? But only 1 goal games. Atletico don't look like they're free-scoring at the moment, neither, with under 2.5 clicking in their last 3. And then, furthermore, if history is anything to go by, the last time these 2 sides met at Anfield, it was also under 2.5 goals. So 5 to 4 for that one.
Okay. Next up is producer Joe, who today is celebrating the 10th birthday of his pet tortoise, Brian. He has gone for Verts to have a shot on target.
Happy birthday, Brian.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I think he's let us down here at a really short price at 4 to 9. Do you know how many shots he had against Burnley?
1.
3. Do you know how many of those were on target?
None.
4.
None.
Oh.
None.
The other way.
So, yeah, look, I think he's still getting used to the Premier League. You saw some real flashes. I think he had some great touches against Burnley, some great passes as well. But I think Atletico are classy. And 4 to 9 doesn't. I'd much rather be on Szoboszlai at 4 to 6.
Okay. And next up, the people. They've gone for Liverpool to win the game.
Yeah, hard to argue with the people this week. 4 to 9. Whether you call it luck, or you call it champions mentality, they're 4 wins from 4. I think they face some quality so far in the Premier as well. So 4 wins from 4, you can't argue with it. They're going to win their first game at home in the Champions League as well. So yeah, 4 to 9.
Okay, and the last one is you. What are you going for?
I have gone for Ekitike to get 1 or more fouls in each half at 13 to 8.
Sorry, to commit them or be fouled?
No, to commit.
Okay.
A foul in each half at 13 to 8. So I haven't got, I don't think, a single selection right this season so far.
It's early days, Lewis.
Listen, I hope I'm honest that he's the joint top fouler at the moment at Liverpool with 5 fouls. I can't say that I've seen too much from Atletico this season, but you know that Simeone is very well known for applying the dark arts.
Yeah.
So I expect this defence to be set up to try and get him shaken whenever possible. So at 13 to 8 foul in each half.
Brilliant. Before we let you go, can you confirm the odds and the value of the charity bet one more time, please?
It is 38, just over 38 to 1, so not bad considering our biggest selection is 13 to 8. So this is £333 to charity if we can get this in.
Okay. Thanks for coming on. You're looking good, although your hair's looking a bit shabby. Can I suggest you use Goldstein's Golden Paste? Came out on Monday.
Oh, plug your brand there you go. No,
Well,
I'll stick with a shot of
I'm
Blaze,
just
thank you
saying,
very
I'm
much.
just trying to help you improve your looks. I mean, you're a good-looking lad, but you could be better.
I'm guessing you're going to send Lewis a pot for free.
Oh, you broke up there a bit, Darren. What? or he could just go to damonbarber.com and get one. It's up to him. Lewis,
10% off coupon. Here we go.
Have you got discount codes?
Yeah, I'll get discount codes. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
There we go.
Only for people I like, so you'll be paying the full price. Lewis, always great to have you on the show. Superb work. Thanks for that, pal. Have a good one. We'll speak to you in a bit.
Cheers, guys. Enjoy. Bye-bye.
There you go. There's Paddy Power's Bet Builder for today. Minimum odds on to Hyperleg 18 plus. BeGambleAware.org.
Paddy Power on talkSPORT. With Paddy's Super Sub, your new bet rolls over to the new player coming on. T's and C's and exclusions apply. 18 plus. BeGambleAware.org.
Tony says, please, Benny, I beg you, don't let Andy tell that DVD story again, please.
That's coming up next.
Is it, yeah?
5 o'clock we're doing that. In case you missed it yesterday, 4.5 hours long, that story. Also, when we come back, we'll be asking if, because it's okay, it's allowed in the Champions League, Nicholas Jackson could be playing against Chelsea. That's his parent club. They allow it in the comp. Should it be allowed in all comps, including the Premier League? 03717 223344. If you dial that, you can tell your mates you were on drive on a Wednesday afternoon speaking to Darren Bent and Andy Goldstein.
Our number one done of Drive with myself, Darren Bent, and
No, that's
Andy
not what
Goldstein.
I'd say.
Go on.
First 60 minutes is over. 120 still to go. This is Champions League Drive on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein. Bent is here.
I don't want to be responsible for someone losing a leg.
I mean, you don't.
Wow, okay.
What was that from, by the way?
I have no idea.
What are you saying for that sentence to come out your mouth? Still to come, we'll be joined by the wonderful Eddie Earn live from the Chris Eubank Jr. v Conor Benn 2 press conference. But now, Chelsea could come up against their own player in Nicholas Jackson when they go to Bayern Munich tonight. A game you can hear live over on talkSPORT 2.
Aiming towards Didier Drogba, who gets a header in, and he scores in the final few minutes of the European Cup final. It's Bayern Munich 1, Chelsea 1.
Chelsea haven't played in the Champions League since the 22-23 season.
Europe is really important for them in terms of their ego.
Drogba steps up, right-footed, and wins the European Cup for Chelsea. Absolutely extraordinary.
Bayern on any given day can take the game away from you in the first half.
Elise with a cross towards Harry Kane, and Harry Kane heads Bayern Munich into an early lead.
Having said that, they're a very good Bayern side, but it doesn't feel like they're the greatest Bayern side.
Chelsea can now say European trophy collection completed it, mate.
I promise you that group of players will be better by a marginal difference from winning that trophy.
The increased competition, the fact that you can't really have two separate squads for it, how do they deal with that? Chelsea are going to be asked that question very, very early on.
Yeah, Chelsea return to the scene of the greatest night in their history when they go away to Bayern Munich. It's a game you can hear live on talkSPORT 2 tonight. They, of course, won the Champions League at the Allianz way back in 2012. Tonight, they could come up against their own player, Nicholas Jackson, who joined Bayern Munich on loan during the summer window. And UEFA rules allow players to play against their parent club, unlike in the Premier League. Captain Reece James has been speaking to the media ahead of this one, and he said he was sad to see Jackson leave the club.
Yeah, I was surprised. I didn't expect it to go. But, yeah, I think, the player, wanted a solution, and the club maybe wanted a solution as well. I'm not really sure how the whole situation came about, but no, he's an amazing player. Bayern have got a super good number 9 in him, and no, I wish him the best. Just not tomorrow night.
I bet you don't. What do you make of players that are on loan at a club? That club is paying some of their wages, perhaps, and then the other player could start and score against them and knock them out of the competition and so on. What's your view on all that?
This is my thing with it, because I think if you go on loan to that club, regardless of whether you're paying part of the wage or not, you have made the decision that the player that you've allowed to go out on loan isn't good enough to succeed at your club. You don't want him in your plans. You don't think he's good enough to play for your team, so that's why you send players out on loan, right? Unless it's a young player and they get to get experience. So in my opinion, they should be able to play against whoever. I don't care if you're paying part of the wages. You don't want them in the club. Let them go out and play football.
Do you not think it puts the player in a difficult position?
No, it doesn't.
Let's just say Trossard went on loan.
Yeah.
And you had a Champions League final.
Yeah.
And he scored the goal
Yep.
to stop Arsenal winning it.
It's part and parcel.
I know it is, but when he comes back to the club, let's just say the loan didn't materialise and he came back to the club.
Yeah.
How do fans react? Like, it's such a tricky situation.
Well, this is one of them things, unfortunately. But I just think, but fans will understand because the manager, I have said to you, Andy Goldstein, I don't think you're good enough to succeed here. You're not really part of my plans.
You wouldn't say that.
No, but part of my plans.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you out on loan, right? So then I just think, why have I got the cheek to then go, well, you can't play against us though?
In case you damage us.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Well, you don't think I'm good enough, so what's your issue? I know it's happened before.
But I'm paying your wages.
Unfortunately, it's just it's the way.
I know, but that does come into it, right?
Okay, but you're paying part of the wages, right? And their club that he's playing for is paying part of the wages. So where's their value for money? They want to be able to play against everybody.
Yeah.
So I just think that, I know it happens in UEFA, and we've seen, obviously, examples, Philippe Coutinho for Bayern against Barcelona, Morientes, Monaco against Real Madrid, Courtois for Atletico against Real Madrid.
That's the famous one.
Yeah, so...
What about, you mentioned there, if it's not a young player, what about if it is? Let's say, like Beckham went on loan to Preston.
Yeah.
What about if he scores a goal and knocks Man United out of the cup?
It happens. I just think it happens. I think the fact that you can't pick and choose, if you don't want the player at your football club, you can't then dictate to what games he can and can't play.
How would you feel if you were on loan?
And I scored against my parent club?
Yeah.
I wouldn't care. It's part of the job.
You wouldn't care at all?
No. Unfortunately, it's part of the job. And again, it all comes down to if the manager or the chairman, whoever it is, doesn't believe that I'm good enough to succeed at the club that I'm at, then why should they have an opinion on who I can play against? And that's why I love UEFA, because UEFA going, well, I don't really care. Like, if he's playing for in UEFA competitions, if he goes on loan to Real Madrid from Chelsea, then he can play.
Okay, we'll take calls on that. I want to move the conversation on. We'll take calls on that 03717 223344. Should you be allowed to play against your parent club in the Premier League? Staying with Jackson, I'm guessing he'd love to get one over on Chelsea tonight, right? Does that come into it as a play? Like, I'll prove them wrong.
Well, it's like when you go back to a former club. Even if you've left that club in good terms, there's always like a bit extra when you go back to a club that you've played for.
You've had that, right?
A number of times.
Where was the one you were desperate to score?
Tottenham.
Against Tottenham?
Yep.
Yeah.
Scored
Is
2.
that because you're an Arsenal fan?
No.
Or the way you were treated when you left?
Yeah, that was... when I played professional football, there was no thought about being an Arsenal fan whatsoever, whoever I played for. But it was just obviously the manner in which I left Spurs. So that was... And then obviously when I played against them, Sunderland, scoring against Ipswich was weird. Really weird.
Did you celebrate?
No. So I scored the header.
A minute ago, you just said it didn't matter who you supported.
No, I didn't support Ipswich, but I started there.
Yeah,
right?
but you still support them, right?
Yeah, of course. Listen, they're still a club that's very incredibly close to my heart, but I didn't celebrate, but I still did the job, which was score a goal.
Oh, okay.
And to be fair, I didn't celebrate, and the fans behind that scored in the North Stand, and they started applauding me.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, which was nice.
Who was that for?
Ipswich. That was for Derby.
Right. Okay.
Right? So there's always a little bit of added spice, I think, when you leave a former side and you go back to play against them. So Nicholas Jackson, he'll take this game personally. He has to, because, again, Maresca's gone. He's done well for me, but I don't think you're not part of what I want to do going forward.
Yeah.
So I'm going to allow you to go out on loan. And don't get me wrong, he's landed on his feet because he's gone to one of the biggest clubs in Europe.
Well, he might not get game time if everyone's fit, right? They've got an abundance of talent,
of course,
certainly going forward. If you were the manager of Bayern Munich, if you were Vincent Kompany, would you play him because of this? Are you more inclined to bring him on because you know he'll have the bit between his teeth?
I think for managers, you have to. I guess someone's instinct, but again, tactically as well. If he doesn't feel he's good enough to start, that won't play a part for Vincent Kompany. He won't think, do you know what? He'll have a point to prove, because then he might do something stupid, like get himself. And we've seen him, by the way, Nicholas Jackson, do some mad stuff and get himself sent off. So, do you know what I mean?
You just reminded me.
Remember the Newcastle one when he flying elbow?
When you said mad, you just reminded me of, you must have been mad.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Flying elbow. No. So I think Vincent Kompany might go, I might just put the reins in him just for a little bit, and then as the game progresses, then I'll put you in. And listen, he still might get himself sent off. But I just think managers can't allow themselves to get caught up emotionally.
No.
They've still got a job to do at the end of the day.
We saw against Brentford that Chelsea, they struggle against sides who sit in. Could they be more suited to an opponent like Bayern Munich?
Well, I always think Chelsea Football Club are a side with the players they've got that they welcome a team that, like PSG in the final, prime example. If they open up, I think Chelsea like that.
But I think all teams like that to play against. I mean, we talked about England, right?
Yeah.
We were playing opposition that are like ranked 50 in the world or whatever.
That just
they
shut
sit
up.
5 behind them.
Yeah.
We hate it. So all teams like teams that play counter.
But you get these type of, because of the arrogance of being a top club, and rightly so, both these clubs, Bayern Munich and Chelsea, have earned the right to be arrogant.
Yeah.
They almost feel like, well, I don't care what they do. We're going to play the way that we want to play because we believe we can beat them. So that's when you get these games where Bayern will play that 4-3-3, wide open.
Yeah.
Chelsea will do what they're doing. And it'll just be a really good game of football. Whereas all it takes is a club maybe of lesser. So if Villarreal, no disrespect to Villarreal, are playing Chelsea, they might be more inclined to go,
we'll sit back, we don't want to get smashed.
Yeah, they're a bit better than us, so let's just keep it tight. Whereas Bayern will go, we don't care what they do. We're going at them toe to toe.
Yeah, they've got to be one of the favourites. Well, they are obviously one of the favourites, Bayern Munich. But Harry Kane is, he's always been in rich vein and form, but his goals to game ratio at the moment is frightening. Have you got it in front of you there?
I haven't, but you said about Bayern, one of the favourites.
Yeah.
I just don't trust him defensively, man. Upamecano, I just don't trust him.
Do you know, he was linked to so many clubs over here. We were linked to him.
Yeah.
And every time I've seen him in Europe,
appalling.
He's got a mistake in it.
Yeah.
It's very bizarre, that, isn't it?
Yeah, I like Jonathan Tah. I think he's good. I liked him at Leverkusen. But Upamecano, whether he plays for France or he plays for Bayern,
I don't get it.
I don't trust him.
No, I agree with you. We were linked to him heavily. I think Chelsea were massively linked
to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, Harry Kane, as you said there, he is absolutely frightening. Last season, 38 goals in 46 games total. The season before, his first season at Bayern, 44 goals in 45 games.
Do you know what? If he continues that rich vein of form, and I expect them to win the Bundesliga, and they win the Champions League, I think he'll win the Ballon d'Or.
Kane?
I think he deserves it. I really do.
It's a big shout, that.
I know it is.
No, but it's a big shout because the people now are going, what? Even though I think he's unbelievable.
I think he deserves to win it now.
Do you think if he wins the Champions League and the Bundesliga this year, he leaves Bayern and comes back to the Prem?
Maybe.
Because what is there to achieve?
Let me just ask you, right? So next year we've got the World Cup, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Will that be included in the Ballon d'Or votes?
Yeah, well, look at Messi. He won his off the back.
I know,
of that.
but it is off the back of that, isn't it?
I think so. Harry Kane wins the Champions League, and then
Oh yeah, my God! He should be knighted, right?
Do you know what
Well,
I
he
mean?
will probably be knighted if that happens.
I think if they was to win the Champions League this end of the season,
Yeah.
and he's already won the Bundesliga,
Yeah.
he's won the Golden Boots.
I think he'll win the Ballon d'Or.
Not even so much. I think at the end of the season he goes, you know what? It's time to come back now and chase Shearer's record. Because what else is there realistically to achieve in Germany?
Yeah, you're right.
He's smashed over their goals. He's won the biggest competition there is, the Champions League.
Yeah.
He's won the Bundesliga.
How old is he?
He is now
32. When's he 32? We got. I know. I'm
Yeah,
pushing you.
28th of July.
So he's just sort of turned 32.
Right.
So next year he'll be 33.
Yeah. So again, I'm
how
telling
much are you paying for 33-year-old Harry Kane?
the one with these type of numbers?
50.
Oh my goodness! Imagine 60 million. I'm paying. I paid.
I'm paying that. That's
60 mil.
insane.
And then that
isn't
gives
it?
them a good 3 years, 3 years to chase down Shearer.
It's nuts, isn't it?
Yeah, because realistically, Bayern is an incredible club with great history.
You know what could happen? Sorry.
But what more could he do?
You know what could happen? And I know I'm literally just moving stuff about. But it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if Haaland went to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
And
He's not going Real Madrid, Haaland, is he?
Barcelona.
Yeah.
To replace Lewandowski. And Kane went to Man
City.
City. I know this is a million miles away.
I don't know.
But the fact, I mean, if he wants to break that goal record, he needs to go to a top club. No disrespect to Spurs. I know everyone will go, well, he nearly got...
Well, bloody hell, he's got
I know,
213 at Spurs.
I know. Is it 213 or 203?
I think 213, I think.
And Shearer's 260.
Yeah. I'm telling you now.
Oh, yeah, that's a great
If
goal.
we win Champions League,
I agree.
what more is there to do?
I agree. Okay. We've sort of moved on from where we were, so let's move you back to the question that is, should you be allowed to play against your parent club in the Premier League? It's allowed in the Champions League. We might see that tonight with Nicholas Jackson, but what's your view on whether or not, even if the parent club are paying some of his wages, should you be allowed to play against your parent club? 03717 223344. Dial that. You could be next live on Champions League Drive after this.
This is the talkSPORT Goal Show. It's the show for the fans that's done by the fans.
Yes! Oh my God! Yes! Yes! Yes!
He is an unlocker of defences. That.
If you've got a problem or something to say,
You don't have the right to say anything about something. I do.
This nonsense kills the game.
This is Champions League Drive on talkSPORT. Andy Goldstein Bent is here, everyone. Still to come, we're going to be joined by Eddie Hearn live from the Chris Eubank Junior B. Conor Ben 2 press conference. When's that? That's happening in 10 minutes' time. Well, that'd be good. Just quickly, Trent Alexander-Arnold could miss up to 6 weeks with a hamstring injury he picked up in Real Madrid's game against Marseille yesterday. I read this yesterday. Newcastle could move for Man United midfielder Kobbie Mainoo in January. Club's it just in a state, innit? How on earth can we let Kobbie Mainoo go?
I'd probably make that move if I was him. But as the two clubs stand right now...
you know what? I think if we let Kobbie Mainoo go, right, we've just made £666 million. We don't need to tell anyone. We let him go. I mean,
yeah, but it's about him moving forward.
We should be playing young blood coming through. It's not like we've got a player in that position that's smashing it for us.
We haven't got. No, I get that. Listen, I'd play him, but if not, he needs game time. He's trying to get in the World Cup, man.
No, listen, I agree with that from his perspective. I agree with it, but we shouldn't be letting someone like Kobbie Mainoo leave the club. Chelsea boss Enzo Maresca has been speaking to the media ahead of tonight's game against Bayern Munich live on talkSPORT 2. He said their opponents tonight are among the favourites to win the competition.
I think Bayern Munich is a team that already showed last year that they are very close and they can compete in this competition, try to win this competition. This is my personal view. I see them together with 3-4 more clubs like the favorite one for this competition, but it's my personal view.
I can't wait to see this match. I think it's going to be brilliant. Chelsea in action against Bayern Munich. That game live over on talkSPORT 2 tonight. Right, we're taking your calls actually connected to that game. Should players be allowed to play for their parent club in the Premier League? They're allowed in this competition. We might see Nicholas Jackson do that. Jordan is a Liverpool fan. He joins us now. Jordan?
Evening, how are you?
We're good, man. How are you today? You all right? You well?
Yeah, good, thanks. Just on the way up to Anfield.
Oh, okay. All right. You nervous about that game?
No, I think it'll be 2-0. I think Isak will nick a goal.
Yeah.
And Atletico will part the bus.
You think Isak is he playing? Is that been confirmed?
I'm not honest, not unfortunately, but I think he'll play a half.
Oh right, fine, okay.
Yeah. So, but I think Darren's quite right. I think if a team and a manager and a club have decided that they don't want you to play, you should be able to play wherever you go. I mean, how often now do you see that someone over the age of 21 goes on loan and ever actually comes back and makes a good fist of it at the club they went from? I don't think it happens very often.
No,
agreed. I just and Jordan's right. I just think that if a club deems that you're not good enough and they're sending you out on loan, then what are they worried about? Don't be worried about that.
Do you know, we should do a show before we go to the next call, Joe. We should do a show on bomb squads because I was reading about Raheem Sterling. Yeah, I think it was yesterday, and I'm not comfortable with the fact he's not allowed to leave the club if he's not wanted by them. I'm just not comfortable.
No, but I think they would let him go, but
he's got a contract.
I get it, but he can't just walk away from a contract.
No, I know, but
someone needs to come and get him.
I know, but I'm not. But they can't now.
Yeah, but
and I'm not comfortable with the fact that you're employed by someone. They're not using you.
So you can't just leave.
And you can't leave.
Yeah, but I get that. But then there was more than enough time for someone to get him. But do you know what didn't help him?
I know.
And I'm a big Raheem fan. I've always been. Him at Arsenal last season,
no, it's terrible.
I promise you.
I know. I know, but still, he should be allowed. If Chelsea have said, there's nothing Chelsea can do about it, right? Because the window's closed.
Yeah.
But there's something a little bit uncomfortable with me, like in employment law, that he's not wanted by the people that pay his wages.
Yeah.
He factually can't leave the club.
Would you factually leave if you're on 300 something a week?
No, I wouldn't, but...
Would that soften the
what
blow?
I'm saying is, that can't be sorted out now. So if another club was like, I'll tell you what,
Can't he go loan anywhere?
No, of course you can't. It's all finished now, isn't it? It's all windows
Across
closed.
Europe?
No, it's all closed.
World?
No, all closed.
Yeah, I mean, I do, when I see his Instagram post, I do feel a bit...
Yeah, it's not right. Not just him, it's just in that situation. Stephen is a Rangers fan. Hi, Stephen. Stephen?
Evening, Andy. Evening, Benty.
How are you, man?
You right?
Hello?
Hello?
Good, thanks.
Have you phoned up to talk about Rangers?
No, definitely not.
No, I bet you haven't. What's happening at your club?
Russell Martin, jeez.
Oh, my goodness, Steve.
Well, it was either going to be a genius move or a disaster, and then, unfortunately, it's saying disaster at the minute.
Will you stay up?
But we'll see.
Okay.
Stay up.
Yeah, I think so.
What would you like to say, Stephen?
I just think I disagree with Darren about the loan signings. I just think it calls into question the integrity of the players. So, for instance, I don't know, Curtis Jones goes on loan to Brentford for Liverpool in January. Liverpool going for a league. Jones is through on goal against Liverpool, and he misses. You know, it just calls into question his integrity, does it not?
Okay.
No, but I'm telling you now, Stephen, if Liverpool have allowed him to go, there's no one on the planet he's trying to miss that. Because he will be...
He's not saying he would miss it on purpose. He's saying it questions
Yeah, but it happens.
I'm not saying it...
It happens. That's just part of football.
I know, but
you can't question something that happens every single week.
No, but Stephen is saying that it could be questioned.
Well, it shouldn't be.
No, I know that.
But anyone with a bit of intelligence would know that, because people were saying about Son. Remember when he went through against City? And remember, people were going integrity. But no, it's not.
That was meant that if they beat City, Arsenal would have won the league.
Could win the league, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think you could look at it.
I know that, but people... If you were on loan from Ipswich and you played against them, and if you scored the goal, Ipswich didn't win the league, and if you missed it, they did, and you missed it, and you went for it, you missed it, people will be going, we've done that on purpose.
But let them do that. But unfortunately, it's just the case.
I know, but then it follows you around. That's the problem with it.
No, it doesn't matter, because people would have... Football's a thing where you have to just go... People will make narrative and stories about everything. But you can't allow that to be the decision going, well, we can't let him do that because
people will talk.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Right. Still to come, we'll be joined by here in just a moment, live from the Chris Eubank Jr. v Conor Bent 2 press conference. First, it's time for no Googling. By the way, a reminder that the 6:30 question from now on is one I've written. These are from One More Billy. If they're wrong, it's his fault. We've been talking about Bayern Munich and Chelsea. We want to know which 2 Bayern Munich players missed penalties in the 2012 final shootout between the sides.
I know one of them. He clapped the post.
He what, the post?
Hit the post.
Would you say clapped?
Yeah.
Clapped the post. More from me and Benny and Eddie Hearn right after this.
Confirmation from Real Madrid that Trent Alexander-Arnold injured his hamstring against Marseille last night. The 26-year-old was forced off after just 5 minutes. There are fears he could be out for up to 8 weeks, meaning he'd be a doubt for the reunion with Liverpool in November. We understand Jose Mourinho will take over at Benfica after the dismissal of Bruno Lage. The Portuguese journalist Sergio Crithinas has told talkSPORT there's a feeling over there that he's past his best.
I think particularly Roma, Fenerbahce, even Spurs, although he had the chance to play the final and couldn't do it, the cup final, League Cup final, or cup final. Yeah. And so there is this feeling that is not the old Mourinho anymore.
Elsewhere, Chris Wilder is another man who's zipped up his boots and gone back to his roots. The returning Blades boss has exclusively told talkSPORT it was far from awkward when the owners came calling.
They're good guys. They want the club to do well. They've just gone down a path which they've said in their statement that maybe they weren't ready for, or they shouldn't have gone down. You know, for them to humility in terms of wanting to talk to me.
And Thomas Partey's pleaded not guilty to charges of rape and sexual assault. He's appeared in court in London just 12 hours after playing for Villarreal at Spurs. Partey's trial is set for November next year. There's more at talksport.com.
Driver talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. Before the break, asked the question: which two Bayern Munich players missed pens in the 2012 final shootout between the sides?
One was Schweinsteiger.
Yeah.
And what is it? The other one was.
I might pronounce his name incorrectly. Ivica Olic. Is that how you say it?
Olic, yeah.
Olic. You remember that?
Yeah, I don't remember that one. I just remember the Schweinsteiger one. And I'm pretty sure they missed the pen in normal time as well.
Post, yeah.
Yeah.
Still to come, we're discussing Forest Green Rovers exploiting a loophole in the National League Cup. But now, Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn will meet tonight at the launch press conference for their rematch on November the 15th. The two delivered a fight of the year contender last time out. That was back in April, which saw Eubank win by unanimous decision. Let's get more on this now as we're joined live from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium by Ben's promoter. The wonderful Eddie Hearn joins us. Eddie, hello.
How are you, boys?
We are great. How are you today? You well?
Yeah, doing good. Got probably about half an hour to go till the presser, and looking forward to a massive rematch November 15th at Tottenham Stadium, ready to run it back.
Let me. I was lucky enough to be there for the first time. Unbelievable fight. I've just said it was a fight of the year contender. How different? I know it's early on, yeah, and we're building up to it. Does anything feel different this time round?
I think maybe the composure of Conor Benn. I mean, last time, he'd been through a lot. He'd been inactive for about a year and a half. And he listen, we liked it because he lost his head in the first fight and he gave everybody an absolute thriller. And he's always going to fight off emotion. But I think this time around, he'll be a lot better, technically. He showed great heart, great chin, great stamina, great engine. But he can actually box a lot better than that as well. So although you're going to see, I think, the 13th round and what is ultimately Eubank Benn for, you're going to see a better Conor Benn this time around. And we really fancy the job.
Eddie, I think that the rematch is the same weight as the first fight, so you
Correct.
just said it there. Do you think Conor Benn now, he's got a bit more experience at middleweight, he's a bit more comfortable at that weight? Do you think, as you just said there, he'll be a lot better and more comfortable?
Yeah, I mean, he's still a welterweight, 2 divisions below, and he will return there to fight for the world title, I think, after this fight, but definitely got the confidence to know that he can mix it up at that weight. I mean, after 10 rounds, I don't think you could really split them, and Eubank finished really well with 11 and 12 to rightfully win a very close fight, but I think it's more the experience of Conor Benn and fighting at that level and knowing what he can do. But like I said, he was so inactive last time that I think this time around, he's going to really fancy his chances, not just to go in there. You saw him hurt Eubank and wobble him in the fight, but just to be better, like I said, and outbox him at times as well.
Eddie, there was so much public interest last time. I remember you saying that you could have sold out Tottenham Hotspur Stadium 3 or 4 times. How comes the rematch is back at the stadium? I know it holds, I don't know, 60, 70,000, whatever. But, I mean, I'm guessing it could have easily sold out Wembley Stadium.
Yeah, just availability, really. I mean, I'm here now looking onto the pitch. It's a fantastic stadium for boxing. We did, obviously, AJ Usyk here. We did the first fight here. And I just think it's a brilliant venue. The fight was supposed to take place on September 20th at Wembley. But Eubank said that physically he wasn't ready for that date. So we had to move it back a couple of months.
Oh, I see.
Tottenham was the available stadium. And, we're pleased to be back here. There's not a bad seat in the house.
Who do you think the rematch favours more, Eddie? Because I'm looking at Conor Benn, and I just feel he's the younger man. He's now coming into the middleweight division again. He looks more comfortable, whereas Chris Eubank Jr. is a year on in terms of age, and that first fight was tough. Who do you think it suits more?
I think it's always going to suit the bigger man, which is obviously Chris Eubank. But you're right, Darren. I think those fights are incredibly physically taxing. And don't forget, both guys ended up in hospital after that fight, and Eubank was in there for several days. It takes a lot out of you, and that's always going to suit the younger man. The guy who's fresher, who's got less miles on the clock, and that's Conor Benn. But, despite our differences, you've got to respect Chris Eubank. Both guys showed unbelievable heart in that fight and desire, and it is very personal. So you're always going to dig a little bit deeper. So, for me, I have to see it as a 50-50 fight. I just feel like we're going to be a lot better this time.
Yeah.
Have they come face to face yet, or is that later on this afternoon?
No, later on.
Are you going to pat down Eubank Jr. to make sure he's not got eggs on him this time?
No, I don't know. I think I'm just going to stick turkey a la shake in the middle so he can cop a straight one. I'll stay out.
Wouldn't it be great if Conor Benn pulled out a pack of eggs?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, take the play away from him.
That would be incredible. Listen, with regards to both fighters, there's so much pressure on the result itself anyway. Do you think there's even more pressure on Conor Benn to get that win for the family name this time round?
There is, and also you never really want to suffer back-to-back defeats.
No.
Even though you're in a weight class, a couple above your natural weight. So, yeah, there's a lot of family pride at stake here as well. Obviously, Nigel's here. I don't think Eubank Senior's here yet. But for me, this is a fight that means a lot more to Conor Benn than championship belts or money or anything like that. This is just about revenge and settling the score November 15th for Tottenham.
Do you expect both fathers? I know, obviously, Nigel was there the whole way through, and then Chris Eubank Senior came at the last minute. Do you think both fathers will be involved right from the very get-go?
Yeah, I do, actually. I mean, obviously last time was epic, the arrival of Senior on the night. But I think this time, he'll make no secrets of the fact that he'll be there, and he should be there. And he should be proud of Junior because, both young men were fantastic last time. And, we hope that Eubank can be involved earlier doors this time. Nigel does the whole camp with Conor, did last time, and he's already in camp with him, and they're very close, of course. And, you've got to make time on this earth for special people in your life. And if you're going to go through something like that, to have your dad by your side, there must be nothing like it for both men.
I still find it fascinating because obviously your father was heavily in the camp of Chris Eubank Senior. So the fact that you're on the other side, I still find it all fascinating.
Yeah, what's mad as well, Darren? He's like, I was actually a bit of a secret Nigel Benn fan because I loved the way he fought. If you go back and you watch him going over to America to beat Iron Barkley for the world middleweight title, or the Gerald McClellan fight, there was such a big rivalry in my household between Eubank Benn. But, I was obviously team Eubank, but I was a massive admirer of Nigel Benn. He was actually one of my favourite fighters. Barkley, Doug DeWitt, Gerald McClellan, all of these fights. Even when he lost to Michael Watson, even when he lost to Chris Eubank, he was just thrilling to watch. And I see so much of Nigel Benn in Conor. and that's what makes him what he is. But both guys are legends of British boxing, and the rivalry continues.
When the first fight was announced, I can't remember who it is, you or Ben Shalom I was speaking to and asked about the rematch clause, and that's when we found out about one. If Conor does win, then it goes 1-1. What's the scenario with a third and final fight?
There's nothing for the third fight, but obviously if Conor was to win, he would be in a fantastic position to make the trilogy. I've got to be honest as well. The plan for Conor Benn is to win a world title. And the natural weight class of Conor Benn is at welterweight. I mean, just on Saturday, we had 20,000 in Belfast. Lewis Crocker won the world welterweight title. That's a huge fight with Conor Benn next spring, and that's a fight we'll be looking to make. But obviously, if he was to get the job done against Eubank, who knows, we might even see what would then be Ben Eubank 5.
Yeah, I'd love to see that as well. If he does win, Conor Benn, do you think it's more likely to be on points? Can you see him knocking Eubank out?
Well, he wobbled him, a couple of times in that fight, particularly early. He punches hard, and now he's got a little bit more experience at that weight. He's definitely got the power to hurt Chris Eubank. But like I said, he can outbox him as well. He can definitely be a major force in this fight technically. But as we know, the reason that we love Nigel Benn and the reason that we enjoy watching Conor Benn fight is he fights off pure emotion, pure heart, ferocious punch power, speed, volume punching. And that's what makes him what it is. You just got to, just sprinkle in a little bit of your boxing skills with that. Keep your head in the moment and win rounds off these guys rather than just going to the trenches all the time.
All right, listen, I can't wait for this one. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. What time, by the way, before I move on, what time are they due on stage?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
So,
okay.
20
Fireworks.
minutes.
A couple of things I want to speak to you about before I let you go. One is, of course, your documentary on Netflix, The Greatest Showman, came out today. I've watched 1.5 episodes. I'm absolutely loving it. Did you enjoy putting it together?
Sorry to interrupt there. That's a lie. He went straight to 3. Episode 3,
because
he's in it. That's all he's watched.
Episode 3's the best, Eddie.
Yeah, I thought that was coming. Yeah. I watched it. I mean, look, for me, it was a very awkward one where this was a great opportunity for our events and our sports and to showcase something that we're very proud of, which is our business. But it was nearly 2 years of people following us around with cameras everywhere we went, mic'd up at all times. And you've got to just let it go. Like, there was a lot of cringe moments in it where I kind of said to the guys after, do we have to put that in? And they're like, yeah, you do, because it's great TV. So, I can't apologise for the bad language or the emotion that we show. But my dad, Andy, you know me, that's just us.
Yeah.
And I think the documentary is very real. It's Drive to Survive meets Succession. Yeah, and it's like the drama of the backstage and the negotiations and the emotion mixed in with the business element. And of course, quite a special, British family company that started, under a snooker hall in Romford. And we'd like to think he's in a great position globally now. So, yeah, I think it's gone down well. I asked my daughter what she thought of it. And she said, it's really good, Dad, but you keep losing all the time. And that was another thing. We were waiting for some big wins that not many of them come. But as I said to her, that's life.
No, I absolutely love it. I'm, as I say, 1.5 in, and everyone that's listening, you should go watch it. It's on Netflix. Came out today. Listen, before I let you go, I have to bring the tone down a little bit because we have to talk about the horrifically sad, the tragic passing of Ricky Hatton from the weekend. I'm sure you've spoken a lot about him since Sunday, and it seems bizarre actually talking about such a great person, not just a sportsman and a boxer, but a great person, talking about him in the past. But if you could just share maybe a few of your memories about the great man, because every single person has an unbelievable story about him.
Yeah, it's so sad. I mean, Ricky was a guy that just lit up every room that he went into. And, you never heard anyone say a bad word about Ricky Hatton. I've worked in boxing for nearly 20 years. I've never heard anything negative, no bad words said about this man. And he was like the last kind of breed of fighters particularly, or superstars in sport, getting built away from social media. And in a world where, these guys get built on social media platforms with content teams following around to showcase good things they do for people, Ricky's profile got built because of the cleanliness of his heart and because of the fact that he was just one of the lads, one of the people, and gave his time to everybody. And, sadly, probably often he needed to help himself, but he was always adamant to help others before himself. And he was a very selfless guy that just lit up every room. And the reason that it cuts so deep to so many different people is because he always made you feel like he was your mate. You know, like, and for someone with a profile like that and the following that he had, to give that kind of time to people was incredible. And, you know, I've just, you know, Campbell, his son, who, you know, we promoted, and, you know, Matthew, his brother, and the whole Hatton family, I'm absolutely devastated for him. You know, this one cuts deep for so many different people. You know, I'm walking around the presser today, and you can see a lot of sad faces, to be honest with you, that are struggling to come to the terms with what's happened. You know, still a young man, you know, he was preparing for an exhibition fight himself. You know, and he was a very proud man, and he spoke quite freely about his demons and his challenges, but, you know, everybody felt that he was in a good place. And I think it's just a reminder to know that, you know, you can wear that mask sometimes, but behind it all, you never really know how someone's feeling. And, you know, it's so sad, so sad. And, you know, like I said, it's something that will take a long time for people to get over because of how he made you feel. You know, I mean, I've known him for years, and I was, you know, around him a lot with Campbell Hatton, but you just felt like he was your mate. And I think the whole of Manchester felt that way. You know, certainly the whole of Britain when he was fighting. I mean, don't forget, this was a guy who took, 40,000 to Las Vegas to watch the Floyd Mayweather fight. Only about 7,000 of them could even get in. You know, I mean, this was a guy, he was just completely loved by the British public, and rightfully so, not a bad bone in his body.
Yeah, there really was, and I think we'll ever be one Ricky Hatton. Eddie, thanks so much for coming on. Great words as well. And good luck with the rest of the afternoon. Much appreciated. Thanks for your time. Thanks, man. Here you go, Eddie Hearn. Just going back, if we can, just pull it back just briefly to the documentary. Have you seen it yet? I can't remember.
Watch episode 1.
Okay. Have you seen the big painting of Barry Hearn?
Yeah, it's funny that.
Imagine one of them in my house and me. That needs to happen, right?
But you've probably got one.
Top of the stairs, big picture.
Oh, no.
Be nice. I'm not too sure why his shirt's off.
Yeah.
It's a bit strange. And more from being Benty right after this Live and Drive on talkSPORT.
Boxing Update on talkSPORT with DAZN, the global home of boxing.
Sign up now at dazn.com/boxing.
This is the talkSPORT Goal Show. It's the show for the fans that's done by the fans.
Yes! Oh my God! Yes! Yes! Yes!
He is an unlocker of defences.
If you've got a problem or something to say,
You don't have the right to say anything about something. I do.
This nonsense kills the game.
We love Oasis, turn it up. There's a reason we're playing this. Stick around if you're an Oasis fan. I'll tell you in about 20 seconds because you're listening to Champions League Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. Still to come, we'll be discussing Forest Green Rovers exploiting a loophole in the National League Cup. Just quickly, Man United earned a record revenue of £666.5 million last year, despite performances on the pitch. Nearly went under as well. Now, this is why we're playing it. Pin back your luggles if you're an Oasis fan. This is unbelievable. In fact, even if you're a fan of money, pin back your luggles. Do not miss your last chance to enter our biggest competition ever. £25,000, 25 grand in cash and tickets to see Oasis live at Wembley on Saturday the 27th of September this year. Yes, £25,000 cash and Oasis tickets. You have until 9 a.m. this Friday to enter. Here's how.
18 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word Oasis to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission. Or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 338. All entries must be received by the 19th of September at 9 a.m. This is a talkSPORT limited promotion run on talkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
You can.
Life-changing money for the price of a text. Get involved. Right, time now for this. Time for the best of talkSPORT and Friends. We run you through some of the recent highlight moments from across talkSPORT and our sister stations. Let's kick things off with the sports bar from last night. Is the boys being put through their paces in a geography quiz.
Hungary. Holland. Honolulu.
No, not having Holland.
Hawaii.
Honolulu is the capital of Hawaii.
And help. Azerbaijan.
Did we get 3? You got 2.
Name a country beginning with Y.
Why?
Because I want you to.
You know, there's one, but it doesn't exist anymore.
Go on.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Yugoslavia.
Yeah, that's the one I had in my head. I'm thinking more Yemen.
I'm thinking Yemen.
Yeah.
Where's a country you've never been but would love to go?
Bali or Australia. The only thing about Australia...
Too far.
No.
Big spiders.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Bali's not a country, Jack just told me. Jack just went, Bali's not a country.
Yeah, well, I wish you stopped whispering, mate.
Yeah, shut up,
Is that
Jack.
when you asked me about...
It is in this room.
You know we said why, and he's in my ear. Just let me try and answer it, yeah.
Get out of his ear, Jack. The Sports Bar returns tonight with Rory Jennings and Jermaine Pennant. And for more Cundy, be sure to check out...
this morning's White and Jordan, where they were joined by Danny Murphy. Here's the former Liverpool England midfielder.
21 minutes to go to the podcast. 21 minutes to go to the podcast.
The odd bit of sausage is fine, Jim.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, an egg. What's up with an egg?
I eat lots of eggs.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4 a day. My nan, God bless her, she was, late 90s when she passed. I think she only ever went to hospital once.
Yeah.
And she had a...
Cook breakfast every morning.
Yeah,
It's what you cook it in, you clown, isn't it? You see, this is exactly why I didn't want you in this conversation.
I don't really care.
Do you like the odd bit of sausage?
Do you know what? I love a sausage, and I had my first sausage. This is going to absolutely freak people out. When I was 29 at my mother-in-law's.
Wow. Weird. What's your favourite thing they sell on Floor 14 Canteen?
That's a great question. You know when they do the little pick-a-mix?
Yeah.
I love that. Could go for days.
Jim Asylum will be back at 10 a.m. tomorrow for all the best bits of the show. Check out the Outspoken podcast.
And in case you're wondering what's happened to Weekend Overnights now that Ben Fletcher has taken over the show, here's your answer.
Broke my finger and it obviously swelled up, but I couldn't get the ring off. Several people, including newsreader Tom Clayton, smothered my ring finger in butter, in ice, all sorts of things, trying to get this ring off. Couldn't do it. A lot of surgical, I don't know what it would be other than lubrication.
Yeah.
It is exactly what it was. A lot of pain, a lot of sort of massage, and you got the ring off in 1p.
Have you ever had lubrication around your ring to get it off your hand?
No, I haven't, no.
Okay. Why do you think they gave Ben Fletcher his own show?
I don't know, but I thought your story that you told yesterday
would
fit in well on that.
Well, no, it's bad, but then you heard that.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about wanting to put people to sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Honestly.
Fletcher will be back on Overnights this Saturday morning at 1 a.m. If you can't wait till then, he'll be reading the news in about 3 minutes' time. And, of course, make sure you download 21 Minutes to Go, the brand new podcast with me, Andy Goldstein, and Jason Cundy. And this week, it's all about Schmelz herring. Welcome back to what some people are already calling hour number 3 of Champions League Drive on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein, and the superstar that is Darren Bent.
How are we, Darren? We well?
Kev, I didn't know he was on today.
How are we, chaps? We real?
Oh, Kev. What?
No,
Jack's
ruined it. See, too many buttons. One's enough, Jack.
Ruin the joke.
Honestly. Still to come, we'll be joined by Kevin Hatchard for a bit of Drive Worldwide. But now, of course, the Champions League continues tonight. And talkSPORT, our network, we've got you covered.
The Champions League, we love it.
Oh, Salah does what he does best.
It's already a Champions League game to look forward to.
Going to pull the trigger now and finds the bottom corner. Alexander Isak.
But if people look forward to his playing time, that could mean that could happen tomorrow as well.
Comes up to Griezmann, into the area. He scored.
We know Atleti have had great times at Anfield.
João Pedro heads it down. Palmer! He's off the mark!
The 2025 Conference League final winners are Chelsea Football Club.
I promise you, that group of players will be better next year from winning that trophy.
They're a very good Bayern side, but it doesn't feel like they're the greatest.
Inside the penalty area, trying to put it on a plate for Kane!
Whenever we play against any team at the Allianz Arena, we back ourselves to beat anyone if we play to our ability.
Drogba steps up, right-footed, and wins the European Cup for Chelsea. Absolutely extraordinary.
This is what football's all about.
It really is, Troy. The Champions League continues this evening, and the talkSPORT network is the place to be. And it certainly is tonight. Following us at 7, you can hear live commentary of Liverpool against Atletico Madrid, that one from Anfield. Also over on talkSPORT 2, you can hear Chelsea's trip to Bayern Munich. What a great night of football. Don't forget, tomorrow we bring you commentary of Newcastle against Barcelona, whilst Man City take on Napoli over on talkSPORT 2.
Oh, my goodness.
What 2 ridiculous nights of football.
Well, 3. Last night, tonight, tomorrow night.
And, of course, the best way to keep across everything is simply by downloading the talkSPORT app. Can I just say those games again? Can I just do that? Because Liverpool via Atletico Madrid tonight, Chelsea Bayern Munich.
Crazy.
All of these could be finals, apart from maybe the next one. Newcastle against Barcelona, Man City Napoli.
Wow.
What's tie there? Put them in order. Put them in order. If you had to sit in front of a telly or listen
my personal preference.
Yeah, I don't know. Hold on. Yeah.
All right, so my personal preference would be first to watch would be...
They're unbelievable. I don't remember the Champions League being this good, do you?
Well, no, since they changed the format.
Yeah, it's so good. Go on, put them in order. I think Man City, Napoli. Newcastle, Barcelona.
1.
That's the one, because it's at St James's as well.
Yes, I'm going Newcastle, Barca.
City, Napoli 2.
No, I'm going Liverpool.
See, I don't think there'll be goals in that one tonight.
And then City, and then Chelsea Bayern. Chelsea Bayern,
mate. Harry Kane. That's unbelievable. Honestly. You need 2 tellies and about 4 radios.
Well, Panathinaikos. Sorry, Olympiacos versus Paphos. This is the game.
Yeah, I don't need that one on the big screen.
No, this is the game.
Right, let's turn our attention now from the Champions League to the National League Cup. Because, hear me out, Forest Green Rovers made the headlines last night when they made an unusual move during their game against Wolves under-21s in order to get round the competition's rules. The manager, Robbie Savage, made 4 substitutions in the first minute. And that's because in the National League Cup, teams must field at least 4 players who started in the previous league game. But it doesn't say how long they must play for, which meant, of course, Savage took the first opportunity to sub the players off. As soon as the ball went out of play, off they went. What do you make about that? Do you have a problem about what Savage has done? Or is he well? Obviously, he's well within his rights. But, I mean, it does make a mockery of the rule.
That's the only thing I'd say. It's a bit of a mockery. But I think the rule's daft anyway. Why should you have to start? About squad rotation and
well, you know why? It's so you take the competition seriously.
I get that, but does that look like it's taking it seriously by doing that?
No, it doesn't. Do you know what I mean? In fact, do you know what? It reverses it. It makes it look even more stupid.
Exactly. So I've got no issues with Robbie Savage doing that because he wants to give obviously player rotation. He wants to give squad depth, give players opportunities, and he's been forced to play the same, or at least 4 of it says they play at the weekend. So I've got no issues with it. It's quite clever. I'd like to know who told him about that loophole, because I'm telling you, I don't think Robbie would have known that off the top of his head.
Yeah, of course, mate.
What, so you just think going into it, he would have got someone? He would not.
We've talked about it before on the show about.
No, I'm telling you now. I reckon someone would have
Because
said to him.
we talked about this first years ago. It wasn't here. It was when I was on Sports Bar about the League Cup, that teams field weakened sides, right?
Yeah.
The big teams feel.
Yeah.
How would you get around it? And someone mentioned if you made a law that if you played at the weekend, you'd have to play exactly this rule.
Yeah, but I'm telling you now, someone would have told him. Said, listen, you know,
You say Robbie Savage a bit stupid?
No, but come on, he's got 1,000,001 things to think about.
Is he? It's Forest Green Rovers boss. He's got 1,000,001 things.
In that club, vegan.
Yes, it is. That's
all
where
vegan,
Troy
isn't it?
was, right?
Yes, it was. Yes.
Yeah. Not for long.
But no, it weren't. But no, yeah, I've got no issues with it at all. I just think that if that's the way he's gonna have to get around it, then unfortunately for that trophy, this is how it's gonna look.
What do you think the fans would have made of it? I don't know how many fans went to this game or how much a ticket was.
I just think
if you're there and all of a sudden after 1 minute the manager effectively says, "We're not taking this competition serious." How do you feel as a fan?
Well, it depends what I have Louise. Priorities. I think there's priorities in all sorts. Do you know what I mean? So I think the fans they'd probably understand it. Like I think in every football club up and down the country, I think all clubs prioritise, maybe not at the very start of the season, but certainly when you're a team like Forest Green that maybe hasn't got the resources as other clubs, right? Where you can't just go, do you know what, we'll go toe to toe in every competition. I think there always has to be a little bit of, all right, we'll have to prioritise that.
Yeah.
We even saw it last season. I know, I'm not quite sure how much I read into it, but Ange said, did he say around January time, he started to prioritise the Europa League over the Premier League.
Rightly so.
So it happens.
Yeah. Can the people that run the competition, the National League Cup people, can they do anything? Is there anything they can add to the rules? Because you can't say you need to play half in case someone gets injured, right?
Yeah, but then they might go, you need to play half unless there's an injury.
Yeah, but then
all four will go after hamstring.
They don't clash into each other, don't they?
All at the same time go hamstring, hammy.
I've done me back.
Yeah.
But is there anything you can do?
I just think you get rid of that rule.
Yeah, but then what happens?
Well, unfortunately, this is the risk we run. We've got so many games up and down the country in so many divisions. This is the risk you run, and I just think fair enough. He wants to make squad changes. He wants to give other players an opportunity. Just let it happen.
But he wants to keep his players fit for the league games, right?
Yeah, exactly. But at least they're still in the competition. They're not going, do you know what, we'll forfeit it. They're still putting the team out there.
Yeah. But it does make it absolutely pointless, right? And how do you feel if you're a Wolves player? It's the under-21s, obviously, right? That's part of the deal that the big clubs, Premier League clubs, field their under-21s.
Yeah.
If you're a Wolves player and all of a sudden after the first minute you see Forest Green Rovers making 4 subs and they're bringing off 4 first-teamers, how do you feel if you're on the opposition?
Well, again, you just get on with it.
It's embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing, but I just think we're kind of trying to micromanage everything rather than just let it play out. Like, we talked about the EFL Cup, right? And let's be honest, in terms of for certain clubs, like for Newcastle last year, that was incredible. Winning that trophy for the first time for years, right?
Yeah, but it would have been a hindrance at some stage for Newcastle,
right? But because they won it, it was like you can't take that day away from Newcastle fans, right? But other clubs in that competition don't prioritise the League Cup, so that cup's been watered down anyway because they make wholesale changes. Some of the big boys anyway. I knew it was gonna be a red card. And Bruno, what a disgusting challenge that was.
Explain it to me.
So basically, the ball was there to be won, and he raked his studs down the calf of I didn't see who it was.
Why doing that, Benny?
No idea, but I don't know how he thinks he's going to get away with that. He had no chance of getting away with that.
Such a silly.
Bruno for Paphos has just been sent off.
That's not your surname, is it? Of Paphos.
Bruno. Paphos is the team he plays for.
Fine. Okay, yeah.
Paphos FC.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, listen. Let's put it out to you lot out there. What do you make of it? 03717223334. There's nothing you can do to counteract that problem.
No.
That problem exists, and you just got to get on with it,
Deal
right?
with it.
Just deal with it.
Yeah.
If you went to that game, I know the chances of someone that went to that game listening to the show are slimmer than they would be if it was a 90,000 sellout. But if you went, I'd like to get your view on how much it cost you to go, and what did you make of the fact that it's watered down within 60 seconds. 03717223334. Dial that. You can have your say next live on Drive on talkSPORT.
This is the talkSPORT Goal Show. It's the show for the fans that's done by the fans.
Yes! Oh my God! Yes! Yes! Yes!
He is an unlocker of defences. That.
If you've got a problem or something to say,
You don't have the right to say anything about something. I do.
This nonsense kills the game.
talkSPORT Champions League drive, I'll have you know, on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. Still to come, we'll be joined by your favourite and mine, Kevin Hatchard, for a drive worldwide. Just quickly, Lamine Yamal will miss Barcelona's game at Newcastle on Thursday through injury. That's a shame.
Shocking.
Him not playing there. Oh, you didn't hear what I said, did you?
Lamine Yamal.
Okay. Newcastle could move for Man United midfielder Kobbie Mainoo in January. That'd be disgusting.
Make that move.
Be disgusting. Following us at 7 o'clock, Adrian Durham hosts live commentary of Liverpool against Atletico. And would you believe it, the GOAT, the superstar that is Adrian Durham, in person, joins us live from Anfield now. Aid, hello.
Good evening, everybody on Champions League Drive.
How are you, my friend? Are you good? Are you well? Are you excited about tonight's game?
I'm so very excited. I was at Spurs yesterday and I was really excited for the build-up there, and then the game flattened out after that extraordinary start. Ultimately, at the end of the league stage, nobody will really remember if Spurs get through that they started with a bit of a fluky 1-0 win. Tonight, though, I think there's a real point that Liverpool need to prove. I think if you look at things that most Arne Slot has said since they went out of the Champions League to PSG in the round of 16 last year, if you look at some of the things the players have said in the build-up to this, that hurt them, and they want to put it right. I think they are primed and ready to go again in the Champions League and get a seventh Champions League crown under their belt.
Hey, a lot of people have looked at Liverpool's performances this season and said, they should be sitting on 12 points. But I almost look at the other way around, that they haven't got going yet, and yet they still sit on maximum points. So I don't think there's any panic at all.
No, I don't either. I mean, we said this about them last season. Actually, they weren't spectacular. You know, they weren't really catching the eye. They won the league comfortably. And I think this season, they're the only team 100% record so far. I was listening to the Sports Bar last night as I was heading home. Jason Cundy saying Florian Wirtz has been non-existent. I mean, all right, if you look at the stats, there's no assists, no goals. Has he been non-existent? If you watch the games, this is somebody who covers more ground than anybody else. His off-the-ball running is phenomenal. I think he's completely misread that situation, probably why he's not on the sports bar tonight, to be honest with you. But,
One-game ban.
At least deserves a one-game ban. But I'd also look at Mo Salah as well, we're going to have a bit of an analysis on Mo Salah, who's probably not performing to the levels that he was at the very best of Mo Salah. But listen, they've spent a lot of money. They recouped a lot of money as well, as Arne Slot keeps pointing out. And I'm hoping Isak plays tonight. So there's a lot to be excited about. Liverpool with a bit of revenge in the Champions League. Isak turning up, Florian Wirtz in the Champions League, showing us what he can do. I think it's going to be a big night here at Anfield.
I was going to ask you about Isak because Slot has said that he could make his debut tonight. As soon as the manager says he could, I assume he will be playing at some stage.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he doesn't. I mean, he has actually played some minutes this season for Sweden, 20 minutes or so as a sub for them. So I would be very surprised. Listen, you're paying a lot of money for a striker. You need to get him in as soon as possible. He can't be that unfit. I know he went through it after the win at Burnley. He went through the details of, the minutes he requires. No doubt he'll play 90 minutes if he starts tonight. But, I think the fans want to see him. I think the team needs him. I think they need his presence in and around the box. They need him to occupy defenders as well. We mustn't forget Ekitike cost 79 million. So they have some options up top to Liverpool. So I'm just excited to see him in a Liverpool shirt to see what he can do.
Aid, what are you expecting from Atletico? Because they haven't started off La Liga that well. I think they currently sit 11th, only won one game. But when it's Diego Simeone, I just expect him to turn up at Anfield with a game plan.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, listen, I don't know if you remember, but the last game before COVID was Liverpool getting knocked out of the Champions League here against Atletico Madrid. Simeone's side were 2-0 down. They came back to win 3-2. And nobody expected that night. I mean, there's a capability in Diego Simeone's sides where they can do anything. They can pull off any kind of shot you like. But they've got some injury problems. No Julian Alvarez tonight. He hasn't travelled. And I think it'd be a major surprise if Liverpool didn't win this comfortably this evening with that start that they've made in Spain in mind as well. 1-1, drawn 2, lost 1.
When you say comfortably, I don't see a lot of goals tonight. How do you see it going?
I think it could be... I'm waiting for Liverpool's floodgates to open. They needed an absolute cracker against Arsenal, needed a late penalty against Burnley, but they are creating chances. They're having a lot of efforts on goal. And I think one of these games coming up, somebody's going to get it from Liverpool. And I think it could be tonight. I really genuinely feel that. I think it could be tonight, yeah.
Go on, what the score be, We'll let you go. What the score be?
I'm going big Liverpool 5, Atletico Madrid 0.
Oh, you really? Okay.
You having that?
Really?
Cinco.
No, I think it's going to be close, like a 2-1 or a 2-0. I don't think there'll be a lot of goals. But what do I know? I've been wrong probably more times than I've been right.
What do any of us know,
Yeah, it's
really?
a very good point. Hey, listen,
fair, you know a lot about hair.
Have you seen Goldstein's Golden Paste? Would you like some of that in your hair?
No, I'm worried for my hair if I have that in there. I'm just happy to see what it does to your lot.
Makes you stronger. Makes you stronger.
I've got strong hair.
Which one?
The ones you haven't seen. Honestly.
Well, that sounds wrong. Jeez, I better let you go now. I don't want to see them. Hey, keep up the great work. We'll speak to you soon.
Be lucky.
You too, man. There you go. The wonderful Adrian Time takes over at 7 for live commentary. Liverpool in action should be a great game. All right, we're taking your calls. Do you care about Robbie Savage getting around the rules, making 4 subs in the first 60 seconds? Let's speak to Shaquille. Joins us. What a great name that is. Shaquille? Shaquille? I don't think we can hear.
I think that was Shaquille O'Neal, obviously calling from States.
Maybe it's Shaquille. Are you there? No.
Let's
try and get Shaquille back. Ian. That's an easier name to pronounce. Ian.
Yeah, hello.
Hi, Ian. How are you?
Fine, yourselves?
Good, man. What are you up to? You sounded like as soon as I said your name, you grabbed the phone. It was on speakerphone. What are you up to?
Yeah, I was just washing up.
Okay. How'd you dinner? What'd you have?
Casserole.
Make it yourself? Make it yourself?
Sorry?
Make it yourself?
Yes, indeed.
What was in it?
Pork loins.
Okay. I mean, do you only answer with one word?
So funny. Casserole.
Ian?
Yes.
What you got for dessert?
A fruit salad.
You make that yourself?
No.
Where'd you get it from?
Is that the tin one? The tin fruit salad?
M&S, they're good fruit salads. They are expensive, but they're good. Yeah, nice. All right, then.
Very nice.
Ian, what would you like to say?
Well, before we start, come on the Blues tonight. Repeat of the 2012 Champions League final.
Yep.
As far as Robbie Savage goes, I don't know. It's a bit difficult, isn't it? But when you've made that amount of subs, you're very restricted for for most of the game. So he can't get injuries, and people have got to perform for the rest of the game because he can't make any more subs. Well, only one.
Yeah.
So, a bit hasty. I'd have thought he might want to see how people perform first.
No, I get that. But I just think, and this is where if they looked at the competition and thought, well, we need to keep the integrity of the competition by making sure that they don't put too much of a weak inside. You get situations like this where we turn it into a phone-in because it's that ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. But he makes a good point, Mr. Casserole, that if you get a couple of injuries throughout the game, you're in a bit of trouble. Fruit salad, man. I like the way he made the casserole.
Yeah.
He bought the fruit salad.
Casserole.
I would assume it's the other way round.
Is it tin fruit salad? Tin.
You can get tin. I mean, back in the day, yeah.
Yeah.
The grapes in that were horrible, weren't they? Michael's up next. Hi, Michael.
How we doing, fellas? All right?
Yeah. Have you made your own dinner tonight?
No, I haven't. No, I'm stuck on the M6, mate.
What are you having for dinner?
I had a bag of junk from the services.
Yeah, bag of what?
I wish I had a casserole, though. I'll have a bit of Mr. Casserole.
What have you got? A bag of what?
I've got a bag of junk, like crisps and whatnot, out of the services.
For dinner?
No little sandwich, like sandwich maybe or something?
Corn is pasta, yeah, but just banged it in the microwave, innit? It's not. It's not
Honestly, casserole, banged it in the microwave.
It's like the phone into MasterChef on today's show, isn't it?
Banged it in the microwave.
Jeez, Mike, what have you got for us? What do you want to say?
So, I feel for Robbie Savage because I'm an MK Dons fan, and we played West Ham under 21s. I think you said that Forest Green was playing an under 21 side, no?
Yeah, Wolves.
So it's a protest because the first thing I thought when I seen we had the West Ham under 21s, is my first thought was, I hope you don't play the starting 11 because you want to hide into nothing, mate. Like they're all wonder kids from leagues up. If you beat them, you're supposed to. You're grown men. You're older than them. You're fully grown, whatnot. If you don't, it's embarrassing. You got beat by 17-year-olds. And then I seen the score and we got mullered like 5-1. Yeah. And then my next thought was I flipping hope that he really ain't played the starting 11. Unfortunately, I checked the lineups and there was like two in there from the starting 11. And then my next thought was, you know what? I'm glad that he didn't. It's stupid. Why are they even putting him in a competition? The whole point why you have the cups for the lower league is because otherwise people ain't got no chance of winning it. Do you know what I mean?
That's right.
So as soon as you put a team in there, you can say, oh, it's not West Ham, because that was who he was playing, West Ham under 21s. But it's still West Ham. It's not Forest Green Rovers, is it?
No, it's not.
West Ham under 21s. And if you want them to get experience against, you was talking about loans earlier, right? If you want them to get experience playing against fully grown men, then send them out on loan to Forest Green Rovers or MK Dons. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
don't have a problem with it. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
It's an interesting view. Still to come, we'll be bringing you all the team news for tonight's games in the Champions League as soon as it drops, as the kids say. But first, it's time for No Googling. Now, every day at 6:30, I write the No Googlings. This is the first one, Bentley.
This was appalling.
All right, no, listen. The last FA Cup final between two teams beginning with a vowel was 2015, Arsenal and Aston Villa. What was the one before that? That's an unbelievable question. Let me say that again. The last FA Cup final between two teams whose name began with a vowel was Arsenal and Villa, Aston Villa, in 2015. What was the last one before that? Answers, great question, and more coming up. And team news right after this, live on Champions League Drive.
Confirmation from Real Madrid that Trent Alexander-Arnold injured his hamstring against Marseille last night. The 26-year-old was forced off after just 5 minutes. There are fears he could be out for up to 8 weeks, meaning he'd be a doubt for the reunion with Liverpool in November. We understand Jose Mourinho will take over at Benfica after the dismissal of Bruno Lage. The Portuguese journalist Sergio Cristinas has told talkSPORT there's a feeling over there that he's past his best.
I think particularly Roma, Fenerbahce, even Spurs, although he had the chance to play the final and couldn't do it, the Cup final, League Cup final, or Cup final. Yeah. And so there is this feeling that is not the old Mourinho anymore.
Elsewhere, Chris Wilder is another man who's zipped up his boots and gone back to his roots. The returning Blades boss has exclusively told talkSPORT it was far from awkward when the owners came calling.
At all, they're good guys. They want the club to do well. They've just gone down a path which they've said in their statement that maybe they weren't ready for, or they shouldn't have gone down. You know, for them to humility in terms of wanting to talk to me.
And Thomas Partey's pleaded not guilty to charges of rape and sexual assault. He's appeared in court in London just 12 hours after playing for Villarreal at Spurs. Partey's trial is set for November next year. There's more at talksport.com.
Champions League driver talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein. Housewife's favourite.
Thank you, Darren Bent.
No. That's after my name.
That's not.
And the odd job man, Darren Bent, alongside. Before the break, I asked Goldstein's no Googling. No Goldsteining. No, it doesn't work. Every day at 6:30, I'll write the no Googling one. This was the first one. The last FA Cup final between two teams beginning with a vowel was 2015, Arsenal and Villa. What was the one before that?
Ipswich Arsenal 78. I mean,
1978.
It's obviously not a great question because
it is.
I had the boss of the Premier League messaging me about the.
What's his name?
Dylan.
Dylan, when me and Benty getting our show on Premier League
I don't know what it's all about. Anyway,
come on, Dill.
Listen, right.
Big D.
The amount of people as well that messaged. It's not great. No googling that.
No, if they've seen my mate John Webster's text me, right, and he got the answer as well. Well done, John. If people are interactive, we don't usually get that with no googling. So I'm proving a point. Maybe I should write all of these.
Because it's easy.
Okay, well tomorrow. Let me tell you now. Tomorrow's no one in the office got. I'm just telling you that now. No one in the office got tomorrow's.
Very hard to believe if yours are true or not, though.
Well, Ipswich. I mean,
no. But that there's. I get that, but some of your.
No, they're all real.
Okay.
All right, all real. Arrogance. For us at 7, they go. Adrian Durham hosts live commentary of Liverpool against Atletico Madrid. Whilst Bayern Munich take on Chelsea. That one's live over on talkSPORT 2. We can preview today's European football action now with Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
European football preview on talkSPORT with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Whatever it is, we're here for it.
All of that, of course, means it's time for this.
Drive worldwide. Why?
Yeah, it's time for Drive Worldwide, where we take a look now at some of the biggest talking points from across the world of football. Join us now. Fingers crossed he's cut out the light switch properly in the wall behind him as we say hello and good evening to our European football guru with a smile on his face, but I can't see that light switch. It's Kevin Atchard. Hi, Kev.
How are we, chaps? We well?
Yeah, we're good. I can't see.
It shows the angle of the camera.
I can't see no
Just
light
move
switch.
the camera.
Right. Show me the light. Show me the light switch. Move the
I
camera.
haven't done anything. I told you I wouldn't. There you go. I told you I
can't
wouldn't
believe
change
you've
it.
moved the camera angle so I wouldn't see it.
I told you I wouldn't change it. You know.
Kevin, I want that done for next week's show, or you're out of here.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah. So what? You want black gaffer tape round it?
Just want it
so
to look neat.
Looks better.
My OCD can't cope with it. It needs to be all squared up.
Wait till you see that socket behind me.
Yeah. I bet you've said that before. Right, listen. We could. By the way, what's going on with your jumper? What is that? If people are watching on YouTube, what am I looking at?
Angry dinosaurs. Who doesn't want angry dinosaurs? There you go.
Yeah, fine.
There you go.
I don't know what you've just said. Right, listen, let's start with...
Angry dinosaurs.
No, I know, but what is that, a cartoon or literally it's just a dinosaur that's angry?
It's just a thing. It's just
a
an
dinosaur
angry
that's
dinosaur.
Okay.
It's whatever you want it to be.
Fine, okay, right. Let's start with talkSPORT's live commentary. Liverpool against Atletico Madrid tonight. Now, Liverpool have got 100% start in the Premier League so far, whilst Atletico sit 11th in La Liga with just one win from their last 4 games. Listen, we know how well Liverpool have started the season in the Premier League. Haven't played great, but their results suggest they have. It's not been a good start from Atletico. Why? What's gone wrong, Kev?
It's kind of been the other way round to Liverpool because they actually have played quite well in some of the games and haven't seen them through. They've missed big chances in games and they've given up late goals. If you look at the game against Espanyol on the opening weekend, Julian Alvarez scored a brilliant free kick. They were looking really good, had a chance to make it 2-0 and then just blew it at the end. And that's been the case all the way through. The game against Villarreal at the weekend was a bit different in the sense that they scored early, were gifted a goal really, and then did manage to see that through without playing particularly well. There is pressure because they've spent a lot in the summer, spent a lot the summer before that. But you look at this game particularly, and they've got a lot of players out. Alvarez injured, Alex Baena had his appendix out, so he's been out for a while. Thiago Almada, who was one of the big summer signings, he's out as well. So they're missing some key players. They're still going to be competitive. They always are under Simeone. But he's aware that even though the performances have been better than the results suggest, he's got to start winning and winning quickly.
Kevin, are they still the master of the dark arts? Because I always think about Atletico and I just think they will find a way to win by any means necessary. Is that still a big part, a big feature of their game?
They are still well drilled, but I do think that's one of the interesting things with them because the feeling is they're becoming less of a team that will kind of bite and scrap and fight and all of that. You know, they are less of that simply because of the players they're bringing in. You know, they are bringing in players who are conducive to a more attack-minded style of play. Now, they've still got lots of energy guys in there. Johnny Cardoso, who's come into midfield, is somebody who bounds around endlessly. You've still got Conor Gallagher in there, who Simeone loves for his work rate and his tackling. Obviously, we know he can play as well. Jimenez, who isn't playing, he's another one who's out for them tonight. But he's another one that, you know, is pretty a dab hand, let's say, at the dark arts. So they have got still players who could do that. But I do feel like if you look at the squad makeup, they're becoming a bit nicer.
Kev, is he, I wouldn't say unsackable, but he's been there since 2011.
Ask that question.
Why?
You said, I won't say is he unsackable, but...
But you know what I mean? Because...
Ask it. Is he...
What?
Is he unsackable?
No, but because my point is, obviously, a couple of La Liga titles in there, which is fantastic. Copa del Rey, Europa League a couple of times as well, a couple of Super Cups.
Well, there's your answer.
No, but obviously the big one is the Champions League, right? So, but... Is he got that much credit in the bank that the only way that he leaves that club is if he walks away?
I think so, but what could change it is there's a lot of talk at the moment about a potential sale. And if the owner sells his shares, or the president rather sells his shares, that might bring a new impetus, and that might bring in people who have different demands and feel that there does need to be a change. There does need to be something that's done to really get them closer to Barcelona and Real Madrid. I mean, that's the difficult thing. Look who he's up against. You know, they are generally the best of the rest outside of Real Madrid and Barcelona. But can they compete? Now, they've spent money to do that, and they are trying to be more progressive. They are trying to be a bit more variable in the way they play. And last season, they did really well up to a point, but they went out of the Champions League to Real Madrid. They went out of the Copa del Rey to Barcelona, and they finished third. So is it a great crime to finish behind Real Madrid and Barcelona? That's the big question.
Before we move on, Kev, what will the score be? Liverpool against Atletico Madrid is live on talkSPORT. Kick-off at 8 p.m, Kev?
I think Liverpool will win it 2-0.
Benty?
I'm going to go 1-1.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, we all agreed not a lot of goals. Right, let's move on now. talkSPORT 2 have got commentary of Bayern Munich against Chelsea tonight. Both sides are unbeaten in the league so far, with Bayern sitting top of the Bundesliga. Chelsea 5th, of course, in the Premier League. Firstly, we were talking about Nicholas Jackson earlier on about should he be allowed to play against his parent club. There's every opportunity that he made. Do you expect to see him tonight?
I think at some stage, not necessarily from the start, but I think we'll see him at some stage. His situation's fascinating, actually, because I must admit I was a bit baffled when they made the move for him, because it felt like he wasn't the kind of player they needed. It felt like they needed somebody more like an Nkunku or a Kolomuani, who was maybe a little bit more multifunctional. But they've been really positive about it. And what's interesting is he has as well. Now, Uli Hoeneß is the honorary president, who still has a huge say in what goes on at Bayern. He said on quite a prominent TV show in Germany that he didn't expect Jackson to stay on a permanent basis because the obligation was too high, something like 40 starts. I mean, that's not going to happen. But the talk this week has been that there may be some kind of negotiation in the spring if things are looking as though they're going fairly well. I don't think Bayern will pay what Chelsea would want right now, but maybe there's a middle ground. So I must admit, I thought it was an odd one. There's a lot of people linking it with Kane possibly going at the end of the season. And do they want a number 9 already in the building long term? But I'm still a little bit sceptical about that.
Okay, funny you said it, because me and Andy had a conversation earlier on about Harry Kane. Now, if they're able to win the Champions League, that means he's ticked that box in terms of the biggest club competition on the planet. He's already won the Bundesliga. I expect them to win it again this season. Do you think there's going to be a scenario then where he feels like he's achieved everything there is in Germany, so it's time to now head back to the Premier League and try and chase down Shearer's record? Could you see that actually happening?
I could. I mean, you'd have to ask him about the record, but I've always felt that might be a little bit overstated, because I think Erling Haaland's going to knock it off anyway. If he signed that long-term contract with City, I think in the fullness of time he's going to knock that record off. So how much is that worth to Kane? If all you can go by really is his public pronouncements and what he's saying to people. And he is adamant all the way through that trophies are the thing. He wants to play at the top level for as long as he possibly can. Now, what does that look like? He would want to win the Champions League, of course he would. But I don't think he'd just come back to the Premier League for the sake of it. It would have to be a club that he felt could challenge for the Champions League, could challenge for the Premier League. Otherwise, it's not going to be worth it for him. So, you know, I don't just think that Shearer record is the be-all and end-all. I think there's too much talk about that. And he's talked relentlessly since being at Bayern about how the attack's geared towards him. He's really enjoying it. He's settled in. It's a huge club. He enjoys being a leader, and he enjoys winning stuff. And he's won the Bundesliga. He's going to win it again this season, I think. And they are contenders, at least, for the Champions League.
Kev, thanks for coming on. Just quickly, that game live on talkSPORT 2 at 8 p.m. It kicks off Bayern Munich against Chelsea. What will the score be, Kev?
Bayern have been lights out going forward, so I'm going to go Bayern 2-1.
Okay, you're going?
4-2 Bayern.
Kev, get the light switch fixed. We'll speak to you on next week's show. Thanks for that, pal. That was a look at today's European action with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Whatever it is, they're here for it. When we come back, team news.
European football preview on talkSPORT with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Here for it. Book now at enterprise.co.uk.
is the talkSPORT Goal Show. It's the show for the fans that's done by the fans.
Yes! Goal! Oh my God! Yes! Yes! Yes!
He is an unlocker of defences.
If you've got a problem or something to say,
You don't have the right to say anything about something. I do.
this nonsense kills the game.
Champions League drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside a reminder following us at 7. The GOAT Adrian Dome hosts live commentary. Liverpool take on Atletico Madrid. We can actually get the team news for that. It's in. Let's cross over to your commentator, Jim Proudfoot, to tell us more. Jim, good evening.
Andy, very good evening to you and Benty. Well, Alexander Isak starts for Liverpool. The £125 million striker in for his Reds debut to replace Ekitike. It's one of 3 changes. Robertson came on for Kirkes at Burnley. He starts at left back tonight. Frimpong's recalled at right back. That's a move which sees Szoboszlai take McAllister's place in midfield. So Liverpool lining up with Alisson in goal, Frimpong, Konate, Van Dijk and Robertson, Szoboszlai and Gravenberch, Salah, Wirtz and Gakpo, and Isak leading the line up front. Atletico without Man City old boy Julian Alvarez through injury, Jose Jimenez and American midfielder Johnny Cardoso on the sidelines as well, among others. Conor Gallagher is back in the heart of their midfield. Liverpool have won their last 14 European games here in the group stage or league phase, and Dean Ashton's alongside me as they aim to extend that run against the 3-time European Cup finalists. Isak starts in an 8 o'clock kickoff on talkSPORT.
Thanks, Jim. Is that a sign of things to come? Lots to get through tonight. Let's quickly head over to talkSPORT 2's game as Chelsea take on Bayern Munich. Sam Matterface is your commentator. He also has team news for us. Sam, good evening.
And Harry Kane plays against Chelsea, as you would expect, but Nicholas Jackson will have to make an impact from the bench. He's not in the starting lineup. They're unchanged from the 5-0 win over Hamburg on Friday night. Manuel Neuer is the only remaining player from the 2012 final between these two. He's in goal. Lima, Upamecano, Tar and Stanisic at the back 4. Kimmich and Pavlovic in the centre of midfield. Michael Olise, who spent time in the Chelsea academy, and Luis Diaz on the flanks with Gnabry behind, Kane in attack. For Chelsea, quite a few changes. Sanchez is in goal. James back in the team. Chalobah, Tosin and Correa making up the back 4. We think possibly that James will either start at right back and wander into midfield, or he'll start in midfield and Gusto will play there, and Chelsea will stiffen the midfield by having James, Caicedo and Fernandes together. Palmer and Neto supporting João Pedro in attack, and we are underway on talkSPORT 2 from 7:45, kick-off at 8.
Perfection as always. Thank you for that, Sam. Right, don't miss your last chance to enter our biggest competition ever. £25,000 in cash and tickets to see Oasis live at Wembley on Saturday the 27th of September. Yes, £25,000 cash and Oasis tickets. You have until 9 a.m. this Friday to enter. Here's how you do it.
18 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word Oasis to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus 1 standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission. Or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 338. All entries must be received by the 19th of September at 9 a.m. This is a TalkSPORT limited promotion run on TalkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
You can.
You can indeed. One more Billy's joined us in the studio.
Evening.
How's your day been, Bill?
Really good.
No one cares, man. Bill, can I just say, I've never said this ever. I've known you how long? About 8 years?
Yeah.
Your hair looks great. You done anything different to it?
Oh, just put a bit of paste in it.
Goldstein's Golden Paste.
Might have been.
Available at DamonBarber.com.
Might have been that one.
Looks great, man. It's got bounce, it's got volume.
Made my hair very curly.
It looks lovely.
So I'm just looking at. I know we've got a quick quiz.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Liverpool's front four, man. Salah, Wirtz, Gakpo, Isak, and behind them, Gravenberch and Szoboszlai.
I mean, there's about 10 goals in that. Ekitike on the bench, so... What are we doing? Champions League chat?
Champions League chat.
Good. What we got? We've only got about 90 seconds maximum here.
Do you want to go first then, Andy?
Well, you know the answer to that, William.
Cristiano Ronaldo is the all-time Champions League top scorer.
Yep.
140 goals.
Yeah.
But how long did it take him to get his first? Was it 27 seconds, 27 minutes, 27 games?
27 minutes.
It was 27 games.
Yeah, I remember. It's Tuesday, isn't it?
I think it was for United against Roma.
But there's no way you would make that guess that. You obviously know that, Billy. Roma?
Yeah.
Acting is terrible.
I remember reading it.
Do you? Okay, what, about 4 minutes ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bente, who are the only team in history with more Champions Leagues than leagues?
More Champions...
That's a great question.
I was going to say Liverpool, but no. Go on then.
Well, how can you say Liverpool?
No, I didn't say Liverpool, did I? But I was thinking, but no, go on.
Feyenoord, Forest, Hamburg.
Well, Forest is a great...
Yeah, I'm thinking Forest.
It is.
Yeah.
Two against one.
Yeah.
Back to back.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Andy, who's the only team to be the holders of both the Champions League and the Europa League at the same time?
Did that happen recently?
Chelsea.
Was it Chelsea, Inter?
Chelsea, Chelsea.
2013.
Yeah. I remember it was a Tuesday.
Sounds good, but it's only because they got knocked out the Champions
League. All right, what are you ad-libbing? Get on with it, Bill. God, dear.
Hello?
Benny.
Oh, Moose, you there?
Oh, hello.
Moose, I'm busy. I'll talk to you in about 4 minutes.
No worries.
Okay.
Benny, Carlo Ancelotti has won what percentage of every European Cup final in history?
Go on.
2%, 5%, 10%.
5%.
Unbelievable stat.
10%.
Unbelievable stat. 10% of every final he's won.
7 out of 70. And since it became the Champions League, 25%.
That's unbelievable. Go on, we got last one.
Andy, what's the record for winning for winning the Champions League with the most different clubs?
I'll tell you what it is, Bill. I'll tell you what it is. Hold on.
Gareth Adolf, 4.
Because we've got 10 seconds. It's none of your business.
Nice.
Did you let me know I'm right, though?
Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Let people wait. We'll tell you tomorrow.
Gareth Adolf, 4.
Yeah, fine. That's it, Benny. Get your outline ready. I'll be back with Benny tomorrow at 4 p.m. Stay with talkSPORT. It's a massive night of Champions League football commentary live on talkSPORT and talkSPORT 2. The boys from 10 on the Sports Bar will be taking your calls. Thanks for listening. Be safe, everyone. Be safe. Here's Darren Bent with the last line.
We'll be back before you know it. Same time, same place, same good vibes.